Oh, heck
Thank
yeah,
you.
bud.
Let me go back to that tweet that I made so I can find that list of games, and then I got to remake it on this phone.
All right. We are officially live and vibing. It is that time. What's going on, guys? Your boy Westtown HD back again once again for this week's episode of Talk of the Town podcast. Joining me today in Discord order, we have the young boy Sosuke.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
We've got the Falcom Sun, Slanderous One, Wholesome One, Riku Sun One, the only one.
What's up, my nice people? How's it going?
And
Right, this is Wholesome Town HD. Can't be saying that.
it's fine. I flagged the stream is not made for kids anyway, so we're good. And our other esteemed guest, we have the one and only Souls O Souls, up and coming content creator himself. How you doing, Souls?
You heard it from him first. What's up, everybody?
All right, I was gonna say a lot of topics. We have got topics to get into, but before we dive into that, how was everybody's week? Starting with Sosuke, how was your week?
It was pretty good. Until my phone shattered. Been playing that Tales of Grace's F. That greatness.
Nice.
This game is so much fun. Except for that fight with Kurt. Man didn't even have iron stance. He just had super armor. Was not a fun time, but other than that,
You seen it. You seen it. They have some cheap stuff sometimes.
yeah. Other than that, it was a good time. You know, just gonna be hanging out with some friends tomorrow. But for now, I'm just gonna be here playing Graces until I've mastered the inner machinations of this game and can play it on hard mode with Asbel alone.
Well, dang, that sounds. Ooh.
Trying to do that unknown solo playthrough.
You wanna let the people know how your phone shattered?
It's New York people. No. Let me be real. New York niggas bumped into me. No, like the minute he made contact with me, said excuse me, and then just kept it moving.
I mean, at least he only. Well, no. Then again, I would say at least he didn't steal your phone, but arguably worse.
Yeah, because it's here, it's just dead, and like that hurts. Had some memories with that. Now I gotta extract the SD card out of it. It will be missed though. I will miss this phone.
I was about to say, can't you just
Get the SD card.
I was like, can't you just pop the SD card out? But if it's shattered like that, but you got to like open up surgery on that thing, take the screen out, get it from like the back of. Ooh,
I gotta use one of these tools from my Gundam kit so I can pull out the SD card because you can't take out the SD card normally on this thing for some reason. It's weird like that. Other than that, my week has been pretty fine.
all right. Falcom Sun 1, how was your week? How many platinums did you get this week?
25.
24. What?
I'm just kidding. Jeez, calm down. I haven't gotten a platinum for this year yet. I've really been just playing a lot of games that don't have trophies in it, to be honest. I am currently playing Alundra. I don't know if anyone's heard of that game. It is a like a Legend of Zelda. Everyone honestly says it's probably the best Legend of Zelda game type game that is in Legend of Zelda. You got your top down classic Legend of Zelda view. You got a kid with a sword, and he's an elf, and he's running around in dungeons and cutting grass with his
Does he
sword.
have red hair?
Wait, is this Link?
He, um in the anime opening of when you started the game, he has red hair, but in the game he has like brown hair.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought that sounded familiar.
That's like Link to the Past,
oh really? Did
where
it
he
okay?
never. Yeah, in Link to the Past, he never has blonde hair. For some reason, his sprite has pink hair, but in the artwork, he always has brown hair.
You said
It's weird.
pink hair? Really?
Yeah, look at his sprite in Link to the Past. He has pink hair. The weirdest shit.
But yeah, I've just been playing Alundra heavy. I think it's good. A lot of people have been, obviously in any comment section you look for any game, you're gonna see someone, oh, this is my favorite game of all time. I never found a game that made me feel this way. I'm like, well, that's good for you. This
Good.
game is
It's not doing that for you then.
it's not, but it's a very good game nonetheless. So I'm sticking through it. I want to finish it before I move on to what game I was gonna play after this. It was either going to be Oh yeah, it's definitely gotta be because I pushed it back so many fucking times. I really can't push this back anymore. Final Fantasy VIII. Got to get back to that.
Gotta get on that.
Yeah, because I when I finished Cold Steel 3, I was like, all right, time to go back to Final Fantasy VIII, and then I went to Legend of Dragoon, and then I beat Legend of Dragoon. All right, time to go to Final Fantasy VIII, and then I went to Alundra. Now I finished Alundra. I might say it's time to go to Chrono Cross.
Looking at Final Fantasy, like, oh yeah, I was supposed to. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah, that's me.
One platinum at a time, young one.
Yep. That's about it.
All right. Souls, how's your week? How's your week been, bud?
Well, it's been filled with the Z Nation, Kakarot feeling, Dragon Ball Z World, time flying, fighting action, and that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've just basically been playing Kakarot every chance I get. It's been a blast.
I'm taking my time with it because once you get past the Cell Saga, it's just the Boo Saga, and then like apparently it's really abrupt at the end.
Really? Because I just started the Android Saga, so
I need to.
There. But yeah, other than that, I've mostly just been playing Kakarot.
Okay, all right, nice. As for myself, I have also been playing the Kakarot. I adore the game. We'll get to that a little bit later. But specifically, I've also gone back to Fire Emblem Three Houses because Byleth and Smash has got me hyped. I'm also trying to finish my Black Eagles route so I can maybe somehow squeeze in a Blue Lions route before the DLC comes out. But we'll have to see about that. Aside from that, though, my week's been, it's been pretty chill. So expecting some downtime in the next couple of weeks, especially with my jaw surgery happening in February. It's going to be
Jaw surgery.
Don't
worry, Blake. Don't worry, Blake. I will provide all the sauce to help you get through that jaw surgery.
Listen, I appreciate that. My hands will still work, so I appreciate that. Yeah, Riku. For Riku and those who don't know, ever since I was super young, they've told me that my jawline and my jaws are just not positioned correctly, so they are constantly. Basically, I don't chew my food properly because my teeth don't meet. And essentially, what the surgery is going to do is they're going to bring my lower jaw back, and they're going to bring my upper jaw forward. And while they're doing it, while they have me, what's that?
Mine is backwards.
Oh yeah, it's I'm not looking forward to it. Obviously, they also told me they're going to take out my wisdom teeth at the same time because they're like, they're on the hospital bed at that time. We'll take it out for you now, so you don't have to suffer later. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it'll be better. However, I am not
still suffering.
I'd say, yeah, that's going to be. Whew. I mean, thankfully, there's like. I should be in working condition by the time Doom Eternal and Fairy Tail come out on March 20th, because my surgery is the 22nd of February. No, the 20th. The 20th of February. So I'll have like a full month to recuperate and basically just vibe out and play games. I don't imagine I'll be able to stream much if I'm wired shut, and it's going to be like a drip feed diet of just liquids.
You gonna be looking like Gen Shishio?
Bro, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna have the waste of like Nami from One Piece by the time I'm done with this, bro. I'm gonna have like nothing to me.
Oh lord.
Me, my Koto Shishio. What am I
All right, let's get right into.
Real quick. So does this count as like surgery or plastic surgery?
I think it's headlined under reconstructive surgery.
Okay.
I don't think there's any plastic involved because they're not like changing the way my face looks. But my face, the doctor said my face will look different because the jawline is gonna be different. And my biggest concern is that the bones are gonna move, and where my facial hair grows is gonna be like off-centered. So that's my biggest concern. So moving past that now, we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. We're not going to talk about who lost a bet to who. That's not important.
We'll save that for whenever we, go to the HPM.
Listen. I'm debating just hiding out tomorrow's episode, bro. Shadow gonna be like, so Blake, how's that Kakarot? Man, I already paid that man on stream and everything.
I was there for that one.
Big yikes.
It's either way. So Metacritic and their terrible opinions aside, I'm enjoying Kakarot thoroughly. I think the gameplay is it's basically Xenoverse, but instead of what's what I'm looking for, it's basically Xenoverse but offline, I guess.
Way better than Xenoverse.
Yeah, I'd say because in Xenoverse you have to balance the game around people. Sosuke's bugging out. You have to balance the game around people in the sense because it's competitive in that way. So you can't have like super busted builds because people will essentially complain about that and say nerf this. But if you play in a single player game, you can do whatever you want with that.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I'm slowly catching on to the ability to like it's 'cause if you look at like the first like hour of the game where you're flash stepping and it's looking kind of sluggish versus like where I am currently, bro, it is it's so satisfying to see you go like back and forth like super fast, and I'm only halfway. Once you get to like Boo Saga like Super Saiyan 3, it's probably going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Like
Insanely
I finally
good.
got to the point where I can turn Super Saiyan with Goku.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I was kind of like blind with this game because I stopped looking at trailers altogether. I didn't even know you can transform. I thought you would just be in whichever form depending on the event or part of the game you were at. But it's pretty cool if you can literally transform at any time you want, either Kaioken, Super Saiyan, Super
Walking
Saiyan
down the
2, 3.
block,
like
and
good
got a
stuff.
flex on him.
Yeah, and yeah, this game is just basically a true RPG in the form of a Dragon Ball Z game. A lot of people say they don't really like the combat; it's simplistic. But honestly, I say since this is an RPG, I don't think you need the combat to be like as crazy as it would normally be in like a fighting game, because they have so many other things built around it, like increasing your stats, leveling up certain scales to like you can have a Kamehameha and then you can level up that Kamehameha to level 2, 3.
Bro, they got
and then
skill
eventually
trees.
learn Super Kamehameha. Yeah, they have a skill tree in it.
That's something I wish the Xenoverse games had.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why they don't, just because that's not the type of games they are. But personally, I
Yeah.
think they did a really good job in this game when fleshing out that skill tree and just learning new skills. Like, and this game actually is challenging. Like, when was the last time you had a pretty challenging DBZ game? I'm playing it with no items. Like, if you use items, it's probably not going to be that hard. But I feel like items
Boo's
are
Fury.
necessary. Yeah, exactly. Boo's Fury. That was another tough one. I still
Yeah.
don't think I ever beaten Cooler in Legacy of Goku 2.
You got to Cooler?
Yeah, because you had to like get to like level 80 or something to even unlock his quest. But
Shit, I remember seeing him. I got scared. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing there?" And then he left, and I never saw him again.
Deuces.
yeah, he did just come like out of nowhere and then left. It was like an Easter egg type of thing.
Or he was like,
yeah.
"Tell your father to come find me." Gohan, who the fuck is this?
That was really weird. He came in like his transform state and everything. But yeah, if you
Well-
haven't played Kakarot and you want something fresh and new while still being, of course, the same Dragon Ball Z story, then I'd highly recommend Kakarot. It's fun also just running around, like doing like it's certain segments where you can't fly, you have to literally run on land because you don't want them to sense your energy. Like just running around and doing like super high jumps, that's fun. And also little features such as just sensing people's ki, like how they do in the show. It's pretty cool when you see like let's just say Krillin's energy, this little red aura around him, and then you look at Frieza's gigantic aura covering up the whole screen. It's pretty dope.
That was a really nice touch.
I liked seeing that. Like looking at gameplay, and I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Though I'm wondering if, because if that's what Frieza's power levels are, I wonder what Cell and Boo are going to be at for power levels.
Yo, I feel like you should be able to see them from like across the whole map.
Honestly, the entire map is just Boo. Everything is
All
Boo
you
in
see
the
is a
future.
giant big ore.
Can we get that with like a Hunter x Hunter game?
Man,
Look at
can you
Picasso and
imagine?
just see Pito's aura.
Like you going to like you playing as what's the guy that lost all his hair from like the stress?
Oh, Noro? No, I
No,
think
that's
that
the
was
big guy.
No. It was Nove.
No, yeah. Like, imagine trying to sneak into the king's castle and you see this big, like, oozing
Just see,
purple energy from the castle.
this is infinite darkness.
That would be freaking fire.
I'd be with that.
Ooh, I'm not joking. So
Right.
now that Kakarot's
Are you a
out,
UFC fan now?
so we're not gonna give context to that because I'll start singing the Turn A theme. But anyway, so now that Kakarot's out and Cyber Connect, well, I guess they're still working on the DLC for the game. But if you guys had to choose for like Cyber Connect to do another anime, what like anime would you like to see them take on?
In
I
this
think
fashion?
it's rumored that they're secretly working on something right now. They just haven't announced it, but I would personally either want, like we said, Hunter x Hunter or Bleach. Yep, I said it.
Oh my god. A Bleach game like this would be.
I say Bleach has been kind of robbed over the last like ever for
It
not
really
having
has,
like
like-
games.
They only got a few good DS games, and people don't like Soul
Heat the
Resurrection,
Soul.
but I liked it.
Soul Resurrection was fun.
It was
Like, just
bare
imagine,
bones.
like, imagine like if they did like spiritual pressure, like how it is in the anime, where like you see like
yeah,
the actual ripples and the weight of it when you like go to sense it. Just imagine that in like that Kakarot engine where it's super HD.
with cutscenes redone, because that's another thing. Kakarot has some amazing cutscenes, like that.
Oh, yeah, I've
versus
seen
Goku
those.
fight. Whew.
'Tis fire, my lord.
Did you have something to say, Riku?
No, not in regards to Cyber Connect. You know, I kind of low key hate them.
Yo,
Like,
it'll
I mean-
reinvigorate you if you play Kakarot, because it's like their most different game.
I don't know. No,
I
I feel
understand
about
how you
them.
feel about Cyber Connect 2 games, Riku. It's okay.
I actually do too. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, my friend was like looking forward to it, and then he played it and he came back and he was like, "It's okay. It's kind of boring, kind of repetitive." You know, I don't know.
I just wish some of like the just also have you been having any like performance issues like just like the game randomly like lagging at times and
I'd say it only has some lag spikes, like right at the beginning of a cutscene or a
Okay, yeah.
chapter.
has the game ever actually crashed on you?
Nah.
Okay, the game crashed on me the other day,
Ooh.
and I'm running it on PS4 Pro, so I don't know if I was running it on my 4K TV at the time, so maybe you just had an issue with the HDR, but
Did you have that turned on?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had it in boost
Yeah,
mode.
but-
I know they say boost mode can make games like run wonky, but on the back of the case it says PS4 Pro enhanced. So I mean,
Hey man, them shaders. This ain't a PC.
Yeah, I was about to say it ain't PC.
in terms of like, I see people often say that the gameplay looks kind of boring, but I think ever since like Budokai 1, from like looking from the outside in, the gameplay's always kind of looked like that. I don't really know.
I don't know about boring. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
I
no,
don't
go
know
ahead.
about boring. I do think looking from the outside, a Dragon Ball Z game, I would say from Tenkaichi 2 and upwards.
Yeah.
You looking on the outside. I don't want to say you're necessarily like Krillin, where you're like, "What's going on? I don't understand what's going on. I can barely keep
Or
up."
like-
with this." Uh-huh.
Or like Gohan when he first met the Saiyans and they like you couldn't see them.
Yeah, type shit. But to a degree, to the outside eye that doesn't know what the fuck going on, they see that shit and they're gonna be like, "This is a Dragon Ball Z game." I don't understand. But if you like show somebody, like if you show me some high gameplay of two people fighting in Xenoverse, I could tell you exactly what's going on
Like
each
you could
and
tell
every
them
attack. Like,
exactly what button is being pressed.
yeah, the back step, the vanish step, the substitution and into back step and then the forward step into, the a specific strike that you can't substitute out of. Type all of those type of things. But all people are gonna see is two people like wailing their hands at each other.
Yeah.
So and that's the thing. I saw that when I was looking at a Kakarot gameplay, the little I saw, like I said, from an outside perspective, it looked like Xenoverse to me, and a lot of people are like, no, this is nothing like Xenoverse from a gameplay standpoint. yeah, like I said, if you don't really play it, if you haven't played it, that's just what you're gonna see.
Yeah, I'd also say it's like from a perspective, like if you go into it expecting like crazy combos, 'cause I'll be straight up. It's literally only one combo that you just like upgrade over time in the game. Like you'll be able to add more strings to that combo. It's literally just mash and square. But if you look at
So
it as,
Xenoverse does have better gameplay.
yeah, I would say it
Yeah.
has more technical gameplay. But if you look at it at an RPG standpoint, where in any RPG you're not really doing much in terms of combat besides attacking or using a special skill, it's the same as that.
I don't know. I feel that was a cop out for CyberConnect to do their lazy bullshit once again.
Honestly, though, I don't understand why CC2 didn't do like, since they kind of have the same button layout as like the Storm games, where you press X to dodge and square to or circle to attack, which is weird. I don't know why square is an attack.
Because they're
button,
weirdos.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't even add like the up and down combos to like change the.
Yeah, that was like one of the first
style
things
combo.
that I tried to do. I played the game, it was
Yeah.
like if I hold up to do something, if I hold down to do something, like it's...
I don't know why they didn't.
There's
they
another
didn't.
game we're going to be talking about where that is the case. We'll get there soon enough.
Do you have to give it a knock though? Is that it's again like I like the combat for what it is, but I also hate the combat for what it is because since, like I said, it's an RPG, you don't expect to do much. Yet when you're doing boss battles, there's not really much you can do to the boss because for one, it feels like he has super armor throughout the whole game, and he always does a special attack.
Yeah.
And that stuns you, and it's kind of rinse and repeat, and it's not really much there to do but literally attack, dodge, and use a special move. Like the boss
Honestly?
battles, I feel like don't have enough. I feel like they should also have way more QTEs, like as if it was
Yeah,
in Storm.
I was about to say that, like, I feel like every boss fight in Storm 1, the first Storm game, feels better
Yeah.
than every boss fight I've done so far.
Yeah, like I don't know why. Like there's like one QTE where you do like a hard punch to their face, but there's not. I feel like if they aren't going to do much to like change up the combat, they should have at least added QTEs. I know a lot of people don't like those, but I like the.
Oh, yeah, CyberConnect definitely knows how to do that game. Didn't they make a whole entire game about that?
Yeah.
It's called Asura's Wrath.
Yeah.
Asura's
Wait,
Mm,
wait,
that shit was-
Asura's Wrath is
Yeah.
CyberConnect?
Yeah, and in my opinion, it is their best game. Like,
I was
It's,
saying,
that
Asura's
is
a
Wrath
fun
is
game
lit.
to run through.
Asura's Wrath is lit. I
It
actually
is
like
very
that one.
lit, like super over the top. This guy got that JoJo over the top stuff.
Speaking
like
of, that's another game.
Like,
they made that was really
Asura
good.
don't shoot beams out of his hand. Man just punches astral projections of his fist at you.
on some Deku fighting overhaul shit.
Yeah, like Mans was just throwing. Asura is the definition of throwing hands.
Mm. I just like one of those early fights in Asura's Wrath where it's like that big dude, bigger than the planet, and he
With
just
the
drops
finger.
his finger on the fucking planet. I'm like, what
Asura's
the
Asura's just like, boy, if you don't take that sword.
Bro, the
No.
ending to that fight though felt like the ending of a like anime episode where all you see is their fists. That was
Like,
so
that
fire.
was beautiful. It
Yo,
was so good.
I regret not being able to actually play that game. I just saw my brother play it.
Here's the
But,
thing though, like Blink,
It's
man.
really good.
Now you're here with me. Well, cross your fingers if PlayStation 5 will have backwards compatibility with PlayStation 3. Then you could just go
And
grab
then you
yourself a
snatch
copy
you
of
up-
Oh,
it.
yeah, right.
Wait.
For some reason, I thought Asura's Wrath was a 360 exclusive.
No.
Oh no, it's PS3 and 360. This is actually something I wanted to bring up real quick about that whole backwards. Is Capcom gonna put the DLC back up? Because that Akuma and Ryu versus Asura fight.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
That was-
Oh, that was when
That kind of
when
made me wanna
Akuma
play
showed up
Street
and
Fighter
kicked
4.
like when Akuma showed up and kicked Ryu back to their dimension and looked at
Man.
Asura like I want to fight you.
And then
That
he went to Evil Ryu.
Or like that fight was.
You went to
Like,
Oni.
you gotta look into that.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. And then didn't they fight for all eternity until they turned to stone?
Yeah, they
Yeah, like no, like they turned like they not only turned to stone, like they reverted back to their normal forms. It's like they went back to base form and turned to stone, and then got back to fighting.
Pure the adrenaline. Like you feel their emotions.
Shit's so
crazy.
good.
Bro, Why is Asura's Wrath running for $80 right now on eBay? I'm about to...
Because Capcom.
It's probably not if you get it on 360.
No, it's a 360 one that's $60. The PS3 one is 24. However, shipping on that one's 40. Okay, now I'm logging off eBay. Yeah, I'll get around to Asura's Wrath at some point. Something I forgot to write down on the topics list is Kingdom Hearts Remind is out. So we can just glance over that real quick. So I haven't touched Remind yet, but apparently it's really short, and apparently it's short but sweet. But also everyone says it feels like content that should have been in the base game. So do you guys know anything about Remind?
Blake, I
do.
can actually a little bit about Asura's Wrath though.
Yep.
Blake, I have a copy of Asura's Wrath right here. I can send this shit to you.
Bruh.
Oh my goodness.
bruh.
What system?
Bruh.
It's PS3.
Nice.
Bruh. You don't have to do that. It's fine. I'll get around to it.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I forgot you
It's
got
fine.
shipped to Canada.
It's fine. Yeah, I was saying they're gonna attack through the border, and I'm gonna get hit. So
All
it's
right,
fine.
man.
It's fine.
Like,
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry. I'll hit you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, because it's literally just sitting here.
Riku like, finally. Get Blake into that good shit.
No,
man.
see what he's gonna do is he's gonna send me a package. It's gonna have the game in it. I'm gonna open it up. And there's gonna be a Vita on the inside.
It's gonna be a Falcon.
Not even.
game.
It's gonna be a Cold Steel Collector's Edition. And you should be playing as Cold Steel.
So I heard you want to play Asura's Wrath, so I got you Cold Steel 1, 2, and 3.
That's hilarious.
I wouldn't
I
put
could
it past
see it
him,
happening.
honestly.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, so what were you saying about Remind?
I know a lot of things about Remind, and
No spoilers.
Nomura won't let go of Versus 13. Like,
Yeah, didn't they just add his version of Noctis and Dissidia?
yeah, like quite literally going back to Versus 13 Noctis. If you look at a picture of him, it's literally the character that shows up in Remind. I can't say his name because even that his name is somewhat of a spoiler. And like when you look at him, you're just like, that's Noctis. Like Nomura literally, I think, changed like his coat and his weapons and his eye colors because Noctis' original eye color, both of them were going to be red, but now this guy has a blue eye and a red eye, so it's different there. But like quite literally, the final cutscene is him sitting in a van like Noctis, and it's just a whole moment of Nomura, let it go. Square's not going to let you make that game. We get what you want to do, but stop it.
So what? So just go off a bit of a tangent here. What happened? Why did they change Versus 13 to 15? Was that just like
It was supposed to be a part of a collection of 3 games called the Fabuela Novella Chrysalis, which was Versus 13, Final Fantasy 13 Agito, and Final Fantasy 13. Versus 13 became 15, Agito became Type 0, and 13 is the game we have now.
I remember that code name Agito.
wait? So they split up one game into 3?
Well, no, it's not necessarily splitting the game up into 3. It's just they were all a part of the same like thing, kind of. Like I wouldn't say they were part of the same universe, but
It's like they kind of are, but they aren't.
yeah.
So Sosuke, do you actually own Remind?
No, I do not.
I'm still
Don't
currently
have the
playing
money
for
for that.
3 right now, so I don't know nothing.
I was like, I just finished 3, but I don't know if Remind is something that I have to play.
You might as well hop straight into it, my guy.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like-
You think it's worth it?
I really think if you just finished it, I think you should just go straight into Remind. Because I don't know if you're like me. When you put a game down, there's a high chance you ain't picking that bitch back up.
Okay, you do have a point. Because honestly, I'll probably
$30.
finish Kakarot. Yeah, that's the thing as well. In Canada, I think it's like 40, and I'm like, because it's like half
Just
the
make
price.
a US
of a-
account.
I still have to pay the difference though. It don't work that way, Souls. Believe you me,
Right.
I've tried.
Me, if a game is like has enough fun in its gameplay, then I'll definitely pick that motherfucker right back up and start it again. I did that with a lot of Tales games. I might have a problem.
Hey, a real quick question, Blake. What difficulty did you play Cage 3 on?
Cage 3. It wasn't. I It was the
Started on
one.
Proud.
Did you start on Proud? Okay, I just played on the regular difficulty. Because keep in
Okay.
mind, I was the one who rage quit Birth by Sleep because I don't know if it was the combat I didn't like or if I found the game too difficult. I just couldn't do it.
Because like Proud's not that hard for me right now.
I said because they added an extra difficulty above that, right?
Critical, right?
Critical.
I don't know. Once I figured out that I could basically just use and abuse the summons to basically have iframes and fill my health gauge, I was like, this is pretty easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say how was the difficulty for you on normal? Was it like super easy?
The final boss, I got him down halfway and then he killed me. I had to start over, and that's when I was kind of like, ugh! But after I kind of got it, I was because the final boss. I'm not gonna spoil anything, Souls, because you haven't finished it yet. But it's one of those fights where it feels like it keeps going and going. With every phase, you're like, please tell me there's a checkpoint somewhere, please. And as far as I can tell, there isn't. So if you die on the last phase, it's over.
Actually, I know where the checkpoint is in that fight. Well, there's a checkpoint in Proud mode, but I don't know if there's one in Standard mode. Like, you know how games be sometimes. Like, oh, there's definitely a checkpoint on this difficulty.
Oh yeah. We want you to work for it.
Proud mode will give you the checkpoint. You earned it.
Okay. I'll ask you when I get to that point.
All right.
Where it is.
But the big concern that I have with Remind is that I'm gonna pay for it and it's gonna last me like 10 hours. I'm gonna be like, I kind of wish that was a bit longer.
I don't feel like it's like that shouldn't be the price. Like that shouldn't be the price that we have. I feel like it should be like maybe 15 or 20, not like 30. Especially when all the good stuff is free, like the 2 extra Keyblades forms and like self-imposed challenge options.
I heard it has like little quality of life features to it.
Yeah, they like changed like some of the cutscenes, I think, as well.
Some of the cutscenes have better shading, and there's also like a photo mode, like where you can pose different characters.
Okay, so that's what that is. That's why I've been seeing all the memes.
See,
Yeah, yes.
Like an update to the base game.
See, I thought all of those photos I was seeing was like memes through Gmod or something because they looked so undoable in the game. Like there was this one of Terra standing in a corner and Roxas reaching out, or not Roxas, Ventus reaching out his hand and like screaming no as Aqua has her head back and Mickey's like sucking on her cooch. Like,
Oh no! What is that?
Oh, are you talking about? Okay, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I'll say you've seen the image, Souls. You know what I'm talking about.
You remember that clip I made him for you?
Falcom Son 1, save us!
No, this is your character.
I ain't claim none of that. Like, no, man out here.
So Kyrie, she's playable, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
For one fight.
Oh, that's
Wow.
it. So
Yeah.
Do you still play as Sora then throughout most of the game?
No, you technically don't have to play through Sora throughout most of it. Well, the data battles you do, but like there are a lot of like major fights where you don't have to play as Sora. Like,
Can you
get to pick the other
like
character.
choose your? Oh, so like you can play as like Aqua or Ventus or any of the other.
Yeah,
Keyblade
like an
wielders?
example would be like you ever if you've seen the story from Mortal Kombat X, where like in certain fights there are 2 people in one cutscene and like you press L2 or R2. Yeah, it's like that. You
Oh,
just pick
okay,
them.
okay. That's pretty cool.
Oh, like
I
in,
will admit, though-
in, the Subspace Emissary and Brawl, like when you can change characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit though, like Kyrie and Sora having that Wing Zero looking combo attack, those wings were beautiful, and it pissed off a lot of people because it showed that Kyrie and Sora, it's more than friends.
Imagine that.
Imagine a love interest and the protagonist actually showing that that's
Showing
what
that
they are.
interaction.
Yeah, like that's correct. No, because like it mostly is pissing off people who like Sora with Riku, and I'm just like, Riku is like a brother to him. Did y'all miss something?
Did y'all not see Naruto? We gone through this.
Exactly. Like I say, it like it's literally Naruto and Sasuke. It seems like it, but they're brothers.
Yeah, I mean, we even got Orochimaru. I mean, Xehanort.
Whoa, bro!
Fun fact about Xehanort in the Remind DLC: he is voiced by the one and only Christopher Lloyd of Back to the Future fame.
I've seen that going around. That's pretty cool. His voice is like perfect for him.
Yeah, but just hearing him talk, I want him to scream "Great Scott, Sora," and it won't happen, but I know it should.
Y'all making me want to go drop money. I'm gonna go on the PlayStation Store real quick, just to see real
Hey,
quick.
hey, put the wallet down.
Chokes, I need my wallet's not even in my room. Oh shit, it's right there. Either way, so moving forward. Actually, one last question. So, do you know if the DLC actually like wraps up any of the actual stories and like answers some of the questions they left for us?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a direct quote from Sora after he's done talking to the other character. He says, "Sometimes I don't feel like any of this is real," overlapping with the other character. And then Sora says, "Does any of this even make sense?" And at that point, I don't even think he was talking about what's going on with him. I think he was talking about the plot. Like, he just got self-aware for a second and says, like, does any of this make sense? Like, that game, just why?
So that whole secret ending thing with them being in like Shibuya 104, does that have any relevance to Remind?
It's in one fight, and then it cuts to the ending cutscene, and that's it. Fight's cool though. Fight is cool as hell.
When are we getting Kingdom Hearts 5?
This was Kingdom Hearts
Soon,
5.
I heard, didn't they say 2 or some new titles in the works?
Nope, they're working on a mobile game involving Xehanort.
I say what?
I
What's
could have sworn they said it was
it?
2 titles.
So far, the only thing we know about is the mobile game with Xehanort.
Ah,
It is $40 to play Remind right now.
Young Xehanort?
God.
Yeah, young Xehanort.
Yo, Young Xehanort, like the
yeah.
rapper. My favorite.
Stop.
So moving past that now, the Super Smash Brothers Direct we got was on January the 16th, which was a few weeks back. Or no, 2 weeks. It's been about only about a week, I guess. About a week, like 12.
Yes.
Either way, 12 days.
Reach for my hand.
And I'll take away all of your
I have
hope.
to.
Anyway, so to everyone's surprise, Byleth is Fighter Pass Character 5. And what was really shocking about this is that not only has everyone up to this point been a third party, but there was, when Reggie said that they were all coming from series/universes not already represented in the game. My theory is that Reggie's no longer with the company, so whatever Reggie said in the past is no longer valid. So Nintendo is like,
Hi, Al. So, Reggie, remember when you said this?
Reggie's
Yeah?
like, what do you mean? I don't work for that company. I'd say nothing.
They're like, right, good job.
So this caused a lot of stir in the Smash Bros. Community. If you go on Twitter right now and you have a Fire
Silence,
Emblem,
Byleth supporter.
if you have a Fire Emblem icon like I do, no matter what argument you say, they'll just say silence Fire Emblem fan. Oh, we were talking about DBZ once, and how this minigame was really difficult because you had like spin the sticks and like hold Raditz, and this one guy just said silence Fire Emblem fan, you know nothing, and I was like, whoa, okay, all right, settle down.
I looked at that and I was just like, what the what does
Buddy.
that have to do with this?
I remember that fucking fight. That was fucking stupid. That minigame
was-
was pissed me
Bro,
off. Every
I'm
time you
gonna
lose
emulate
fucking
that fight
Raditz-
because apparently everyone's like, you don't know what you mean. I'm sure it's not that hard.
Blake, you're
no.
you're older. Blake, you're older now, so like you probably have you can probably spin the sticks better now. As a
I don't
kid,
know.
something about that was just extremely hard. I actually lost a PS2 controller because of that. Like the sticks just stopped working, and I
I
had to
had to
get
do
a
like
new one.
both sticks too. That was the thing.
Yeah, and like
Wait, both
I
sticks?
feel like they both, both sticks same time, and I think they had to be going like counterclockwise, well, like, clockwise. Like it was ridiculous.
And then when you lose that minigame, freaking Raditz knocks Goku off and he's like, "Don't push your luck." Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
ridiculous.
That gives me nightmares.
Have any of you guys ever played Star Fox Adventure?
I
Yeah,
wanted to because it looked like
I thought it
Ratchet
was
and
pretty
Clank.
good.
Nah.
There's
my
one
favorite Star
specific mini game. It's called the Test of Fear, where you control Fox's heart rate, and you have to keep it in this area. And if you let it leave that area, you fail the test. And that you had to hold onto the stick, and you had to basically it was just moving back and forth uncontrollably, and you basically had to keep tilting the screen to make sure it stayed like in the middle. And as soon as it left the middle, you basically fail. I can definitely see what you mean when you say it might have been harder as a kid because like coordination might have been difficult. But that's I assume that's kind of similar to what you guys are talking about, and that was really difficult for me as a kid growing up.
I can understand your misery.
It was pure suffering. So back to Byleth though. So people be really upset about this character, despite the fact Sakurai has done his very best to diversify the character. Too many sword fighters. What will you do? Grow some boobs, fly away with sacred weapons. Like it. Honestly, how does Byleth fly? That's not a question for today.
She's channeling her inner Tsubasa Orie.
She. Oh, I saw that reference. It's such a good reference.
All the hatred she's getting.
Because I've seen a bunch of reactions, and Fire Emblem fans are happy, and hardcore Smash Bros. Fans are happy. But the casuals who are wanting like Gino in the game, which I still don't get, are like this is trash, and so that the up B, I'm looking forward to that up B because you can do nasty
that up B
things
is
with that up B,
crazy.
bro. It's like Joker's up.
Yeah,
I
man.
almost wish they patched Joker's up B to do that.
Wait, Blake, did you see that video I sent with Kirby?
Yep. God. Oh,
Like,
it's,
it's like impossible to try to want to spike Byleth.
I'll say you
Yeah,
go
like,
down
you
there,
don't-
Byleth's gonna be like, "What y'all?" I kind of
you
feel
wanna
like
try and, you wanna try and dare with Ganondorf and Ganondorf's gonna be looking under Byleth like, wow, she has a nice why am I falling?
I feel like if they had given Belmont a recovery like that, because Belmont's biggest weakness is their recovery. If they had a recovery like that, the Belmont would be a serious threat.
Ew, no thank you.
So
I don't want that.
their vertical recovery is ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty trash.
Could you imagine Sonic having a recovery like that? He does homing attack and flies above you and fucking axe kicks you down. That's wild.
Honestly, his homing attack can
That's
be
some
used like
Sonic
that.
battle
It's
stuff you're
just
talking about right now.
axe hit,
Oh yeah,
axe
you know.
hit.
It's my favorite. That's my favorite Game Boy Advance game.
Kidney punch, and pause. Up B.
So, general impression. Sosuke, how do you feel about Byleth so far?
I love the way this character looks. The up B is nice. I think my favorite move has to be the neutral B. Just the fact that the arrow turns into like a railgun laser, where it's just like whoever's in the middle of that is dying, and I can't wait to catch somebody with that on Tuesday. It's gonna be so fun. I like the assortment of colors we got. No lie, I kind of wish male Byleth, instead of getting that progenitor god color, I kind of wish male Byleth got a Geralt color instead, based off
Oh yeah, but that was
Byleth's
color.
dad.
Yeah.
I would have liked that, but all the colors are pretty good. Going to be repping that Blue Lines Dimitri color and that delicious female Byleth Sothis color, because for obvious reasons. Oh, Smash is for good little boys and girls, right?
Honestly, I don't know what color palettes I'm going to use yet because Claude is my favorite of the three, easily. I do like his costume. Honestly, I'm going to be rotating a lot of the time. The Edelgard costume, as much as I am mixed on Edelgard, the costume looks really... They keep giving us these Dante costumes and no Dante. That's wild.
It's Smash Bros. Featuring Dante cameos from Devil May Cry.
All of the Progenitor God costumes are really nice throwbacks or callbacks to the stuff as well, rather. I love how Sakurai's very particular on spoilers. He's like, these are from something later in the game that we won't spoil. Oh wait, did you see it in the final Smash? Oh no. Meanwhile, he's like, yep, Mecha Fiora's here. And we're like, okay.
And then he also said Dimitri loses his eye. Like, he straight up said that, and I was just like, are you serious?
I'm surprised that they honestly didn't do like some kind of combo attack with the Lords in the final Smash, like. But I guess it makes sense that that they would do it the way they did.
Yeah. Then again, I don't want Dimitri and Edelgard stopping to fight each other in the middle of the final Smash. Ain't having that.
So Riku, I know you're a huge both Smash and Fire Emblem fan. So do you have anything you want to add to the discussion?
Well, I'm fucking hyped, man. I'm there day one.
Good
you know
talk.
I don't give a fuck about this, man. Come on, man.
Good talk, Riku. Good talk. Souls, how do you feel about Byleth?
I don't really care that we got another Fire Emblem character. You know, that's not one of the things that bugs me. It's just in terms of reveal, it was kind of lackluster for me. I mean, just because it's something you would expect. You'd expect another Nintendo, type character, and I will say I was one of the ones getting hyped that it could be Dante, and I don't know, the reveal is just kind of lackluster to me. Like, we already have other Fire Emblem characters in Smash, and then no, it's not even just that, but it's just another Nintendo character. It's like what you would expect. Like, if they were to reveal Rex and Pyra, I kind of wouldn't be hyped because I'm pretty sure they were going to come in at some point.
At some point, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
like if they show up, they show up.
Yeah, it was just lackluster for me. Just because it's one of those expected characters.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like I said, as for me personally, I'm looking really forward to this character. I've always wanted a Fire Emblem character that used more than a sword. Robin, I loved Robin when they had Robin. Corrin, I also felt, even though Corrin, I'd say, is probably on the lower end of the tier list for Fire Emblem characters, Corrin, I still really liked playing as. The whole dragon thing was pretty cool because I knew they weren't just going to give us a full Manakee character in the game. That probably is out of their jurisdiction as of right now. But having the lance, having the axe, having the bow, that bow is super easy to punish though. If you have a reflector, that's game because when you commit to it, you commit to it. It's not like Link where you can just mash B and just fire them like crazy. It's a lock-in. It's something that I'm looking so hyped for. But that Smash Direct also not just gave us Byleth, but gave us another thing that people would say is even better than Byleth, which I disagree with. But we have gotten a Cuphead Mii costume in the game with Cuphead and music. Now, what makes me so... I'm not a huge Cuphead guy, but I understand the significance of this. What makes me super excited for this is that they're treating the Mii costumes almost as their own character slots now, and they're actually adding music alongside them. This is a fantastic way to get indie characters in the game, like Hollow Knight, Shantae, like a bunch of these characters that are might be a little bit lesser on the spectrum of things, and adding like one song. That's really all you need. Just one song track, map it to their character, and boom. The Sans one, great. Cuphead, I'm looking super forward to it. What do you guys think about the Mii costumes?
I'm really liking what they're doing lately with the Mii costumes, like with the Cuphead and the Sans. I think, with the inclusion of their soundtracks, that's really cool. It makes the Mii costumes like worth getting, especially because they're so cheap.
75 cents.
Yeah,
that's 3/4. How would you guys feel if they actually added Dante and then they added a Mii sword fighter costume for Virgil?
Oh man, I'd probably drop the game.
Well, honestly, if they add Dante, I don't think they're going to add Virgil because I don't think they'd work as echoes.
Definitely just do like a Mii costume, which I'd be okay with if they did add Dante. It's at least.
Or they could add Trish. Or I'm sure. What would they have for DMC Mii costumes?
Yeah, do Lady, Trish, any of those characters.
We also got announced
Nero.
six more. Oh yeah, right, Nero, my boy. They also announced 6 more Cuphead. 6 more DLC fighters to be released anytime between now and December 2021. So that's, if my math is correct, 3 characters a year roughly. In terms of who they're going to be at, so like I said, they're already decided. Don't ask me questions. So I assume that means that any characters released after the presentation, or any like Nintendo games released after the presentation, don't qualify. But at the same time, Three Houses wasn't out when they decided Byleth for the game, because they decided Byleth at the Game Awards last year, technically, or 2018's Game Awards, when they showed off Joker and said that they had already made them all. And Three Houses just came out in January, yeah. So honestly, it's up in the air. We could speculate all we want about these fighter passes, but I don't know if that'll get us anywhere. Honestly, all I want is Doom Guy possibly, and then Shadow the Hedgehog. Oof.
Shadow the Hedgehog, Echo Fighter. Let's go. And making Knuckles an Echo Fighter of Little Mac.
Honestly, I would love if
wouldn't mind that.
If they gave us an Echo Fighter pass for a bit cheaper, and then like every we get one brand new character, one Echo, one brand new, and then like they kind of balance it out, kind of, so there's a little bit more content to go around.
Yeah, like
that'd be pretty dope.
Some people are saying, yeah, why did they stop the Echo Fighter thing? But at the same time, I don't want it to like take a full character slot. But if they did it like that, that'd be pretty cool.
Because it's like you get a free character and an Echo.
Yeah.
Like,
because honestly, with the Echo Fighters, you don't even have to add like an actual stage or music. You like if you just want to do just the character, then that could be really simple. And I don't know if like is there any cases to where an Echo Fighter outside of Ganondorf and Falcon? I think they were like the first ones that were kind of like echoes from other series, but typically echoes stick to their own series. So if they add like an echo, let's say they added like Shadow as or Silver as like an echo of Sonic or something to that effect, and then they added like more music, it would just play on the Sonic stages because it's from the same series.
I'd be with that. Add Zach Fair as an echo of Cloud, so we can get more Final Fantasy music.
Probably. Oh, please, Square, please.
We get all we get is just the voice clip from Crisis Core activating combat mode on loop for 3 hours.
Honestly, I'm pretty
Activating
sure
combat mode.
The Final Fantasy fans would take it.
True.
So I would love to see an Echo Fighter pass, but well, we'll have to see about that. What else? Oh yeah, they also showed off Altair from Assassin's Creed and the Rabbids. I at that point thought Rayman was gonna be shown because I was like, we already got some Ubisoft, just do it, do Rayman like it, and they didn't. So this either A means that he might have his own like scripted Mii costume later, like Sans and Cuphead, or he might actually be a playable fighter, or he's just gonna say F you and there's not gonna be in the game like at all.
I could see it happening like that.
I'm kind of on the fence about Rayman, honestly. I never really cared too much about him.
I love Rayman.
Same.
My favorite Ubisoft franchise. Where's Rayman 4?
Like, I wouldn't mind, but it's like not something I'll get hype over.
I think Rayman is a good addition.
Was he in PlayStation All Stars?
No, he's not.
No, I'm thinking of
Could have
somebody
been.
else.
Actually.
The only franchise that crosses between Smash and PlayStation All Stars is Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Yo, Ryan, put Ryan in the game. Can we get more Metal Gear characters? Big Boss could be an Echo, or even just a skin, honestly. Because him and Snake are.
And then they're gonna be
same.
like, oh, another sword.
Bro, people, I don't know how they feel about Raiden because he's a sword character, but he's like an over-the-top sword. He's not a Fire Emblem character, so I don't know. Raiden's game was made by
Fire
Platinum,
Emblem,
right?
They'd be hype.
Yup.
Yeah. He was over the top in PlayStation All Stars.
Bayonetta 2.0, baby, let's go. I'm trying to get that Bale Assault back in Smash.
Oh, I was so nettled that Jean wasn't an Echo Fighter because that seems like such an obvious one.
And she's literally an Echo Fighter in freaking Bayonetta, the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the only difference is that her Wicked Weaves are stronger and her dodge timing is a little bit stricter.
a little bit more strict, yeah.
Like, come on, it writes itself.
They both transform into pants.
Yo, would
Yeah.
I wonder if the Smash community would hate either another Fire Emblem character or another Bayonetta character more because they were so afraid of Bayonetta in Smash 4.
Honestly, if they were to ever do a DLC character like from another DLC character's game, I'm sorry, it's gotta be Sephiroth.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down.
Here of the head, Monty. Just hears that song in Smash Me. The time has come. I still want a Dot Hat character. In
He
Smash.
fucking gets the smash, and then his fucking supernova move just starts playing.
Oh yeah, the one from Duodecim. Ruination to all. Fun fact about that: he actually cuts the sun into 6 pieces during that.
Literally give him all his moves from Dissidia.
Word. Well, I actually know because I played Sephiroth in Project M, and no,
I know the mod you're talking about.
no, he was ridiculously broken.
The Axis drop, Mysteria drop.
Stop. Like, I'm not trying to deal with that.
This man is Madara too. He's like 3
Bro.
people in one.
Bro, okay, so y'all know how
Madara goes to bed praying to a picture of Sephiroth for victory every night.
you guys have seen that image from a long time ago when Cloud was like holding Zelda in like a lake and he was like looking really sad.
Yes,
So
I remember that.
Imagine if they use that image as a base for Sephiroth's trailer and Sephiroth like stabs Zelda through the back.
Can we not though? Blake, I will pay you in as much sauce as humanly possible if you don't.
Freaking, I can't believe Zelda's freaking dead. Oh man, I'm gonna stop. Is there anything you guys wanted to mention about Smash Bros. Before we move on?
Nah.
Yep. So it's nothing else you wanted to add?
If like one thing I want to add, I want to see like just as a free update.
Hello.
Tosuke?
Alright. Sorry, I'm talking
Okay.
to my grandma about something important, but
Okay.
I'm like it was something very important. What I was gonna say is why don't we get additional assist trophies as part of free updates? Like they could be really simple ones.
You say assist trophies?
Yeah, like I legitimate, and I am dead serious about this. I will take a Cranky Kong assist trophy, like right now. Just have him run around the stage and beat your ass with the cane. Like make him an Echo assist trophy of Samurai Goro. Shit, people would actually pay for that. Shit, people would actually pay for
I
that.
would pay for less. When it comes to Smash, Smash Ultimate's the first Smash game that I absolutely have to have every single bit of content. Like I've as well bought like every single Mii costume, despite the fact I haven't cared about a lot of the Mii costumes. I just want my game to be absolutely complete. And I'm wondering if Smash Ultimate will be the first like Smash game they actually have like an Ultimate Edition for, like when it's actually like done and they like put all the content into it. I wonder if they do that.
I wouldn't mind that.
Here's the trailer that would get me hype, right?
Mhm.
They start off the trailer and you just see all of the assist trophies, right?
Mhm.
And then they zoom in on Shadow the Hedgehog,
Mhm.
and then he's like, "I am nobody's trophy. I am the ultimate life form."
And then
Chaos
Waluigi pushes him out the
Blast!
way.
And he just blows up all and turns into an actual.
Sosuke, I heard what you said, and I'm gonna ignore you. Keep going, Riku.
and then fucking all hail Shadow starts playing, and then you guys.
Mm.
And then you guys get an update, and the Shadow Assist trophy is no longer there, and he's playable.
No.
That's
Wait,
fucking
you
cool.
turn the Shadow Assist trophy into a silver one. Just like literally just make it silver, and just give the excuse that he's using Psychokinesis.
Bro. But with this, it's like how you can't hurt Shadow with this Silver Assist trophy. You can run up to it and kick it over the head.
That's
Yes, perfect. But it has to be during the stop time. That's the only way it'll work.
Honestly, there was someone made a really compelling argument towards assist trophies being playable but still being assist trophies. In the game, certain assist trophies won't appear on certain stages. For example, Alucard won't appear on the Wii Fit stage because he has a shadow and it's all mirrors, so he won't appear on that stage. As well as the Spirit Track stage. If Toon Link isn't a playable character in that match, then he'll command the train. But if he is, then Alfonso from the game will replace him. So they could easily have an assist trophy and a character as one thing, but just have that character not be able to have an assist trophy appear on the stage while you have that character playable.
I'll take it.
If that makes sense. But don't say that too loud because Waluigi fans are listening. Topics. How do I put them? Okay, cool. So now this is more of like just like a little subtopic. So the release date for SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'm gonna do another quick search, see if anyone else has caught this yet, because no one seems to be talking about this. Nintendo put out a roadmap of basically all of their games that are be coming out over the next couple of months, and they had a listing for Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated under May 24th of 2020, and that's a lot sooner than I thought. I was anticipating like August/July, but if they want to do it in May, I'm gonna get my boys Riku and Souls. We gonna squat up. We gonna be at that midnight release. We're gonna be camping outside, bro. I am so hyped. I am so hyped. Riku, how hyped are you for this game?
Game of the year, man. What is Last of Us?
Big bags. Big bags.
Netflix on? No, SpongeBob, baby. Let's fucking go.
Ooh, my man Riku's gonna have that platinum in less than like 2 hours, bro.
Oh yeah, you want to see me get a platinum this year? It's definitely gonna be that.
Bro, see, I don't even platinum games, but I'm buying this on like I'm gonna buy a copy. I already got the Shiny Edition pre-order, which is like the $140 one. I already got that on pre-order for my Switch. I'm gonna pick it up on PC for the mod support. I'm gonna get it on PS4 so I can platinum that. Mod support, bro. They gonna mod Mara into the game.
I hope they put him in his Happy Dance costume when he's at the band.
So, ladies and gentlemen watching this, this is happening. This is real.
Bro, I'm gonna buy an Xbox copy and give it away. Bro, it's gonna be. I'm so hyped for
So,
this game.
so is this when we upgrade to West City 4K?
No.
The battle of Bikini Bottom drop is when we hit the update button.
Listen, if they announce that they're bringing an enhanced port of Battle for Bikini Bottom to the Xbox Series X, I'll pick up an Xbox Series X day one. I'll pre-order that shit, bro. If they do a limited edition Xbox Series X where SpongeBob is the Series X, like in that one episode, you gotta be the Series X, you gotta date the Series X, you gotta eat the Series X.
Bet.
Bro, you know.
Y'all are wallowing.
So let's get over here. Like I'm gonna just sit here and play my Tales of. Oh man.
Listen, man, Tales of Arise ain't out yet, so I gotta double platinum Exilia 1, 2, and Grace's F. Hardcore mode.
I heard Exilia is.
And shit, it is shit. I might end up doing that with the Cold Steel games, but my name isn't Riku. I'll play those
You ain't
games.
played Exilia yet. Play 1 and 2. It'll change your life.
It'll change your life. You'll watch a man punch God in the face for the woman he loves. Beautiful.
Sounds like every JRPG like ever. But anyway.
Yeah.
Enough slander of the JRPGs. So we talked about SpongeBob. Moving forward, there was a new Resident Evil 3 trailer that kind of showcased Nemesis and kind of what the stuff he'll be doing in the game. I'm shook, because that man, he turns the corner, he looks at you, and all of a sudden he's like, ass, and they just starts chasing at you, bro. That man wants a piece of the pie. I'm looking forward to seeing how fast it'll take modders to put Beach Nemesis in the game, where he's just got like a Speedo and sunglasses on. He's got a flamethrower.
No,
bro, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
He's
happen.
Not Blake.
It's gonna
He's
happen.
Not Mr. X. Nemesis is like the OG tyrant from Resident Evil 1, which that thing had an exposed heart, no meat.
No meat.
It had look up a picture of the original tyrant. Look up a picture of the original tyrant. It was disturbing to look at. It was like a Barbie doll. It was like the horror fans' Barbie doll. It was just disturbing to look at. I didn't like it.
Why does he look like that?
Like he's got a completely exposed. The exposed heart is what bothers me, and it bothers me more that it's not a one-shot kill when you shoot him in it.
Bro, he's gonna
come on.
My man's gonna rock that Speedo like it's no business.
Please stop. Someone get their mans.
So they showed off that. They showed him like sprinting at you, breaking through walls, flamethrowers. I'm okay. And I think apparently Mr. X is still in the game as well.
Nemesis gonna peel through Mr. X like X gonna give it to you. I'm to give it to you.
I'm really hoping that I can just like kind of Scooby-Doo my way, like Mr. X on one side, Nemesis on the other, just kind of just duck and then have one run to the other. But part of me feels like that's not plausible.
Especially since Nemesis might eat Mr. X.
Oh, tyrants don't play nice.
Yeah. Fun fact: in the manhwa for Resident Evil 3, Birkin actually fought Nemesis and lost. Like, G-infected Birkin lost that fight.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nemesis
was the...
Capcom said winner gets to be in the next MVC game, and Nemesis is like squad up.
Nemesis was like, nah, boy, where you think you going?
Riku, you gonna be picking up Resident Evil 3?
No.
Oh boy.
All right.
Do I want to play Resident Evil 3? Yes. But I want to play the previous games first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, that's fair. I kind of started in a wonky order. I went from 4 to 5 to Revelations 1 and 2 to 6
to 0, and then you said screw that.
Fuck 0. I played 2 as well. So yeah, I did all of that in a span of a year. So I mean, they're not super long games. Knowing how fast you play through games, I'm sure you could get through most of the games in like a month.
Well, he thinks I play games fast. That's fun.
Do you not?
Or I don't.
Nah,
wait. Do you have to platinum all these games?
One game.
Not now these days. No.
I say if you don't have to platinum them, you're just doing like a one and done run.
Oh, you're talking about Resident Evil? Yeah, probably. I'd probably try to go for them.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I probably would, knowing me. Yeah, I thought you meant in general, like games. Yeah, not necessarily, but Resident Evil, I probably would try to do it for that.
Okay, all right. Souls, how you feel about Resident Evil 3?
Kind of like Riku, I still have to play like 2, and yeah.
2 goes on sale
got
quite
you.
often now for like $20.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm thinking about picking it up.
So where's my limited edition that comes with my life-size 1-to-1 scale of Nemesis? Trying to pick that up day one.
You know, it's funny. We actually had in our pre-order screen at work. We also had a life-size 7-foot statue of Pennywise for pre-order, and it was $2,000.
Why?
Why does it exist, or why was it so expensive?
Both.
Yes.
I don't think it's pre-orderable anymore, but I was like, this is something you buy as a joke, stick it in someone's house. I'm gonna break into someone's house. I'm gonna replace all their furniture with my furniture. I'm gonna wake them up violently in their sleep. Say, "Why are you doing in my house, you stranger? I'm gonna call the police." Oh man! Shout out to Mighty
that
Keith.
video.
Shout out to Mighty Keith, bro. What an absolute legend. If it wasn't $2,000, that'd be a great like leave it in someone's house kind of thing and watch them go. Ah! I think it lit up too. I think it took like AA batteries, but $2,000. That's money.
I was kind of out of the loop when this was announced, but was there some controversy with what's her name, Claire?
Who?
Like her design?
Oh, you mean Jill?
Jill, yeah, Jill.
I think people were saying that. Actually, Sosuke, you probably know more of this than I do. I wasn't kind of paying attention to it. So Sosuke's not answering, so I'm just gonna go back to. So as far as I know, I think people were complaining about it and saying the design in general looked ugly. Because these Resident Evil characters, they look like real people, and Jill used to not look like a real person. Anime. As far as I know, that's the big upstart, but I think she looks fine. I don't recognize her as Jill currently because I'm used to seeing Jill from Resident Evil 5 and onward, Resident Evil 5 Revelations 1 and 6. No, she wasn't in 6. But that's the type of Jill that I'm used to seeing. So seeing her in this art style is like a little, not jarring, but it's interesting.
Because they're including her regular OG outfit, right? As like DLC.
I think they're I think they're there. They did for Leon and Claire as well. You can play as like the original like blocky like 8-bit things as well. I think
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And you could also use the original OST from RE2 original.
But was the original Mr. X theme actually lit?
Yeah, I thought it was. Which, fun fact I wouldn't say fun, more like, there are people out there who think Nemesis isn't as threatening as Mr. X, forgetting that Mr. X was locked to one scenario in OG RE2 one scenario in one area while Nemesis was out here. He was literally in these streets.
Open the door to that man. He's like, "Oh, there you are."
Like, Mr. X ain't chase you with a rocket launcher. He ain't... No, in the movie, he had a... I can't explain it. It just... Nemesis is a new breed of Y.
Like we said on the last podcast, I like to think I didn't have too much issue with Mr. X, but the clips will tell you otherwise. Because there's one safe room you get, like the bottom of the staircase in the RPD on that hallway, and Mr. X will like actively. You have to wait a good minute for him to leave because he'll just sit there and he'll just wait, just sit there like with his hands crossed. He's just like, I'm gonna wait. And if you run, there's lickers in that hallway if you don't kill them. So I spent a good like 40 minutes in that room just chilling. I'm terrified of Nemesis. I'm not ready for this.
Especially since they said they made him scarier.
Yeah, that's fantastic idea. So, do you know anything about the controversy between Jill's new design? I can't remember entirely what that was all about.
It's pretty much that it's not faithful to the original design where she had a skirt and tube top, and I'm just like, this is better?
Yeah, I was saying they're giving you that though as DLC.
Like, you get the problem there is like, oh, her original outfit was sexy, it worked. Yeah, but it was impractical as hell.
It's fiction.
I ain't gonna lie, she looked good in the movie though. That real life Resident Evil 2.
I need to watch
yes.
those.
You do. They're not bad.
I heard some of them are good.
Not great.
fiction.
I mean, the last couple ones are pretty
fucking,
trash.
Now they want to start being fucking realistic. the fucking
Riku,
DS
Riku.
version of fucking Resident Evil, you could fucking tap the screen, which is her butt, and she'll go, "Oh!" and fucking
Yeah, I remember that.
What?
I
Capcom
remember that
don't give a
clearly.
fuck about this type of shit. Give the fans what they want.
Give them the booty.
Did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
It
to find
was.
that clip for you.
Please do.
It was like, because you can tap Chris's hair and like he'll try and fix it. You can. It's not just Jill's backside. It's also her chest. You can do that with too.
Bro, they pioneered Senran Kagura before Senran Kagura.
Exactly. Dude who made Senran Kagura played the DS version of RE1 and was like, I can make a game about this. And then he made bank.
All right, I think we talked enough about Resident Evil 3, so we're gonna move on to. There was a new Doom Eternal trailer, and it showcased some of like the new stuff you can do with like he's got the new energy sword, he's got like the grappling hook, and they just showed some of that fluid motion.
Motion.
Did someone say motion?
Honestly,
Motion.
I've been playing through. I picked up the Doom Slayers collection on PS4. It comes with Doom 1, 2, 3, and 2016. I got it for like $20. I already have 2016 on PC, but I wanted to play Doom 1, 2, and 3, and they were all part of this bundle, so I was like, heck yeah. And so I was playing through 2016 again today on my 4K TV, and what I like so much about Doom isn't the gore. I like how fluid everything is. Shots feel good, the motions are quick and easy, everything is fast-paced. I like Doom. I like going fast. I say it's a Sonic fan.
That's usually what that game is about. Going fast and living fast, eat ass, or in this case, demon ass.
Well, okay.
Live fast,
But
eat
listen-
ass, go grass.
Grow grass.
It's
just how it is.
So in terms of for its viability for Smash Bros, I think if they took out the gore, I don't think it'd be a huge issue. I think if he was actually like quick, because I mean,
Remember, this game is for good little boys and girls.
Yeah. And if you see now, Blake, if you actively sell a child Doom, and then the parent comes back to the store and blames you, you gotta look her dead in the face and be like, "Damn,
okay,
you could've said no."
Okay, hold up. Okay, so quick intermission, I guess. So there was this character who called the store. I didn't take the call; it was my coworker, and he wasn't sure if it was a prank call or not. But the person was basically like, so I bought GTA 5 for my son, and it says mature on it, and he's like, yep, it is a mature game. It's got blood, gore, and violence. He's like, and then I shit you not, the guy on the phone said, I thought I was gonna teach him to like be mature. Like I didn't think it had mature content. My coworker went, what?
What?
Are you?
Boy,
You
what
dead ass,
century
bro?
was you born in?
I don't. Either way,
Are you
so my
dead ass,
coworker
bro?
just did the proper thing. He was like, well, if you guys are unsatisfied with it, you can bring it back. We can swap it towards another game in the store, that sort of thing. And so he had to explain to him basically the entire ESRB and how the rating system works. And I was like, are you sure this guy was legit? And he's like, I have no idea, because he sounded genuine. I have no idea. So that was something that happened last week. I never thought I'd see the day when someone would say, I expected it to teach my kid how to be mature. It was like, imagine parenting. Yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they can okay, so going back to being good boys and girls, for whatever reason, the ESRB finds cleavage to be more of a sin than mass murder. So
Because women aren't allowed to exist, apparently.
I was gonna say, I do think that like incredible violence is probably outlawed in Smash, but like some minor violence is fine, because like Joker's got a gun, which they actively call a gun. Snake chokes people. What else? Bayonetta in her final Smash devours you with her hair demon. Like there's definitely some
honestly,
like workarounds.
Honestly, the two characters that come from a mature, actually three, the three characters that come from mature games
three?
do the least.
They have
Persona
Snake.
5 is
Oh,
mature.
Joker. Yeah, go ahead.
But if you think of, they don't have the most graphic attacks. Someone like I feel like Ganondorf has a more graphic attack compared to like anything Snake has. Like that choke slam honestly is more deadly than Snake just kind of ringing you up. Ganondorf literally out here like
I thought you were
Ganondorf
talking
literally out
about
here
the
like
Doria.
I'm gonna end you.
The entire sword
Nah,
slash.
nah. Oh, the Doria for men.
Doria for men.
Doria for men.
Anyway, as you were saying.
Then you have Sheik, who straight up assassinates you for her final smash.
Oh yeah.
Sheik's a straight up assassin. What's another one?
Kind of like I've never actually looked at how gruesome the moves can be. If you want a technical Mario and Dr. Mario's down throw where they slam you into the ground and you so hard that you bounce back up it, like
yeah, like
technically I guess yeah.
Like it's funny how the M for mature characters aren't super mature, but everyone else is raw violence. And Palutena pole dances.
While laughing.
Exactly, like come on, man. And, you know, being reminded of doing.
Oh well.
Oh boy.
So skate.
Be reminded that he.
Poor phone. His phone was okay. He died so we could post that meme. We'll add him back here in a second as soon as he gets back on. We're gonna move past Doom though, because The Last of Us. I am dying. The Last of Us 2
I
is.
thought you were gonna do Last of Us. Okay.
I'm sorry that I had to yell when I said Last of Us. The Last of Us 2 is basically. I think there's a rumor going around that it's got a PC port from like a credible source, something like that. Either way, Sony fans are going ballistic about that because this is right off the heels of Horizon Zero Dawn also supposedly getting a PC port. So if God of War comes to PC, I think Sony fans are actually just gonna commit suicide.
Melt. They are going to melt.
So how do you guys feel about the whole situation? With
I honestly don't understand the like
outrage
for like exclusives getting ported. I guess I can see why like people think that, you know, it will make their favorite console lose their like charm, but it's not a big deal to me.
That's why if you stick Nintendo, you know they'll never lose that charm because you ain't never going to see Mario on an Xbox One.
You know, that's what they said about fucking Sonic in the 90s.
Really?
Well,
I guess I grew up with Sonic.
Well, look what happened to the Dream. Well, look what happened to the Dreamcast. Riku.
Still, the people were saying that shit.
Honestly, oddly enough,
Sega Genesis was heavy. They would say you would never see.
The problem is that like they never have like Sega never had the same amount of marketing that freaking Nintendo did when it came to Sonic. Like they fucked up their console launch.
Sonic was definitely a competitor when he first came to the scene.
Yeah, but like as later on in life, like once like the 90s were coming to an end, that's when I think like it was kind of over for him in terms of being a competitor. He had to stop being a competitor and start being like his
No, I
companion.
understand that. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is never say never.
In a case of Nintendo, it's one of those situations where you have to say never.
Then again, they did put
How about
Mario.
this? Back in the 2000s, could you see Nintendo putting their any Mario game on a cell phone?
Well,
No.
the technology wasn't really there for cell phone gaming, I'd say.
When cell phone gaming was starting to be a thing, could you see it then?
Not really.
I don't know, because part of me has always felt like Nintendo was going to embrace mobile games sooner or later.
I mean, that's one of their most successful things is handhelds and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you would assume with that being the case, they would never bring it to cell phones because they already have a handheld. But now you have a Super Mario game on iPhone. So
He has a point. Indeed, he has a point.
Never say never. I'm not saying in the future we will see a Super Mario Odyssey 3 multi-platform or nothing crazy like that. But like as you can see, as far as like PlayStation and Xbox, they're slowly but surely moving their shit to PC. They're not really seeing PC as a threat anymore. They're seeing PC as an additional way to make money. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later in regards to another game we're gonna be talking about, but I personally would say never because I mean Smash is a living example of
something you never would have thought happened. Like I never would have thought Sonic would be in Smash, and there he is.
Yeah, like
no lie, everybody
looking
kept telling me
how
Joker wouldn't be in Smash.
Yeah, you know how everyone's like, "Oh, take this roster screen and show it to someone in like 2005, and they'll fucking laugh you out of existence."
Yeah, because like they'd be like, "That's so fake." Some of these
Yeah,
characters. Who even knows who some of these characters
Crash
are?
Bandicoot.
Who's
The hell is
Bayonetta?
Yeah,
Who the hell is Joe? Why are
Kinda makes me
Simon
wonder.
and Richter here?
yeah.
Kind of makes me
Who's
wonder if
Pit?
people was like ever got salty when Cloud was announced for Smash back in the days.
Oh,
There's some hardcore
you
fans.
know,
Oh,
PlayStation All Star
man.
fans were mad.
They were lit. I remember going to the school the next day, and I was talking to a bunch of friends like, "Yo, Cloud is in session." We were all hype and stuff, and we had that like one friend who like he was a detractor of Smash, saying it's garbage compared to PlayStation All Stars.
Oh no.
And we all own both games because like that was at the time when PlayStation All Stars had died off, but we still had it, and Smash 4 was like really hitting that high. And so he was like, "This game, man, they only got it because Sakurai paid and Cloud would have been the only reason to get PlayStation All Stars." Right, Cloud, because there are many other reasons to get that game.
I was like, I just imagine all your friends going to be like, "Yo, Cloud's in Smash," and everyone going, "Yeah," and be like, "Who's got a Wii U?" And then just room just goes quiet.
Oh no, we all had 3DSs, so like,
Oh, okay. So y'all were balling that way. Okay, I see how it is.
yeah, like every morning in the cafeteria, nothing but Smash matches until we had to leave to go to classes.
That's
High
fine.
school was kind of great like that.
I think that's more or less it. Honestly, personally, I feel like moving forward for the next generation, think we're slowly starting to see less and less console exclusivity. Xbox is like the first one to take the big jump. They're like porting all their like exclusives to Steam, like Master Chief Collection and Gears 5 are both on Steam now. So like that's basically both of their really big pulls. The only reason I would buy an Xbox One X right now, or an Xbox One in general, would be Rare Replay, because I would love to be able to play like Viva Pinata and like Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, Nuts and Bolts, like all the old Rare games, Conker's Bad Fur Day, etc. I'd love to be able to play those. And right now, there's no easy way to do it unless you have an Xbox One. So there's that.
Sadness, but truth.
What else? Oh no, yeah, no. They apparently in I think it's China or Japan, one or the other. The Nvidia Shield actually has a slew of Nintendo games. Like they have Mario Galaxy on the Nvidia Shield. And
Really?
yeah, no, that's the thing. They've Nintendo has a few of their title like their Wii games on there. I think they have Xenoblade on there as well. But there's a few like Nintendo games that are just on the Nvidia
Officially?
Shield. Yeah, officially, that's through Nintendo because the Switch chip, the Tegra chip that runs on the Switch, it's through Nvidia. So it's the same chip that's in the Nvidia Shield. So they were able to basically put that on the Shield, which led a lot of people at the time to speculate would come to Switch and radio silence. So, but I'm fairly certain that that's only in Asia. Because I remember hearing about it and there was like a big deal about it. But aside from that, like I said, if honestly, I can see like maybe like an NES Classic collection coming to the Xbox One at some point because Xbox has been so forthcoming with a lot of their exclusives like Cuphead and Ori the Blind Forest and stuff like that. But I would never see, honestly, I could never see in a million years Mario going to Sony. Like that would be
At all.
Yeah.
that would
And
be.
I don't even think that would be a Nintendo thing. I feel like that would be more like Sony being like our competitors. Even though they said even though Sony's like said we don't see Nintendo as a competitor because all they make is family-friendly games. Remember that?
They're so inconsistent what they fucking say. They're just talking out their ass. They love to talk in the moment.
So-
Oh, yeah,
Sony
you remember,
say what's
you know
convenient.
that Rumble? You guys like that? That's a thing of the past. DualShock 4, it's DualShock 3, everybody. Remember this?
More like DualShock 4, more like DualShock hand cramp.
I know, right? Well, I don't know about hand cramp, but that shit has terrible fucking
Battery life.
durability. Battery life too.
As someone who plays fighting games, I tried playing just like cross tag battle with the DualShock 4 because my fight pad had died. My arcade stick didn't get in the mail yet, and like doing those inputs and like moving my hands fast like that, I'm sitting there like like I legitimately had to stop playing the game.
I remember when
was
I
like, nope,
first
I'm not
held
doing
the
this.
DualShock 4. I loved it. And now I'm at the end of this generation. I fucking hate this controller.
Yeah, like I'm just looking at this. Like the only reason I have this is because I have a PS4. I would not willingly go out and buy one. I would buy a PC controller if I wanted to play games on my PC, like on other consoles or shit like that.
Honestly,
That's
same.
And like I didn't understand at first until I started getting hand crabs with cross tag. That's when I was like, oh, I see what y'all mean. This controller is just bad.
To be fair though, I mean maybe I didn't get used to it, but I was at a friend's house and I was playing his Switch and using it on the you playing it portably. I did start to get a little cramp there too. I was playing Mario Odyssey for a little while, so I don't know if that's just me.
Oh yeah, playing Switch Portable. I don't know. It's kind of heavy, and for a long time,
I don't know. I
know.
just didn't think it was ergonomically
yeah.
comfortable.
Well, a controller type I use is the GameCube Joy-Cons, and no lie, those actually make it more comfortable. But then
Yeah,
again, that's third party.
How much do those things cost?
Like $50, honestly.
Not bad.
And they work pretty fine. They don't have HD Rumble, but I don't really care for that. So, like, this is perfect for me.
In terms of like, because I don't normally use the Switch like a whole lot in handle. Like I've used it on a few road trips. I've used it as I've gone out, but I never use it for like super long play sessions. It's normally in docked. But one thing, if you guys haven't gotten the chance to hold the Switch Lite, if you ever get the chance, the Switch Lite feels so good to play games in because the screen's a little bit smaller, but it's so light. Like it's so like you can actually lay down in bed and hold that thing over your head and not get tired. Yeah, it still plays everything. Like it's
feel good to hold for like long hours.
I want a Switch Lite, but I don't need a Switch Lite. I cannot justify under any circumstance buying myself a Switch Lite, so I won't. But
I was in Walmart and I seen that little Pokemon edition. I was so tempted to buy it just because it's like $200. That's not even a bad price.
I say, bro, that's the one I got my mom, and she happy with it.
That was a very wholesome video. If y'all haven't, go watch that right now.
She
fuck this podcast. Go watch that video right now.
She absolutely hates that I posted it on the internet. She's like, look, it's not even doing that much. Oh, it's at 300 views. I'm like, yeah, Mom, what now? And she's like, why are people watching this? She goes and reads the comments. She's like, who are these people? And I was like, it's the internet, Mom. Don't expect me. She's like, who's this Heesen person? I was like, we're not going to get into this. Anyway.
What?
Because he'll just keep telling you.
I would say, no. Oh, bro, if he's listening right now, he's going to... So we're gonna move past that now. We already talked about Last of Us 2, Horizon Zero Dawn. So Final Fantasy 7 and Cyberpunk were both delayed. Final Fantasy 7 only about like 30 days, give or take, a month. Cyberpunk got delayed till the dawn of time. Cyberpunk is gone, bro. That's coming out in like September-ish now. My personal theory is that they delayed it because it might be a little graphically intensive and it may not be running the way they want on current hardware, so they may be delaying it to make it like a launch title for new consoles, but I think that would piss off a lot of people. What do you guys think about Cyberpunk being delayed?
Don't really care. Never played a what's the fucking studio called? Wait, I know it. God damn it! I was gonna try and guess it. Yes, CD Projekt Red. Never played one of their games. I don't want to say never will because I do want to play Witcher.
The Witcher.
Talking about
The Witcher is the best game of all time.
Okay, calm down.
So I'm just like,
Witcher. I think you mean simulator.
I'm trying to get into reading books and novels more, and I heard that the Witcher 90s novels are phenomenal. So I wanna actually go out of my way to read those and then give The Witcher 3. I'm not gonna play Witcher 1 and 2. I'm just not.
Oh, don't. I've heard.
Like I heard they don't hop up.
I don't even think they're worth it, honestly.
Yeah. I'm watching the Witcher series on Netflix. It's pretty good, and if that's what the books are based off, I'm sure those are good as well.
Yeah, they said the books are phenomenal. So
honestly, but do we all kind of think that they're gonna have some kind of enhanced port or port in general of Cyberpunk to new hardware when it's out?
Yeah.
I kind of want that to happen with The Witcher 3. I kind of want a PlayStation 5 version. It's basically on literally everything on your toaster, and you could run the shit on your dildo, and fucking. I'm assuming.
Hell, I'm probably going to go to a friend's house and see they have a smart fridge running The Witcher.
Yeah, like.
Yo, bro, let me get a
Witcher ain't Skyrim yet. Just wait.
Yo, bro, let me get a drink real quick. Hold on, let me kill this boss real quick.
Yo, how long before we get a Skyrim port to PS5 and Xbox Series X?
I'd give it a year.
How long before we get a Resident Evil 4 port?
I'd give it a year.
And that's the last thing Soul said before we saw it on day one.
Hey, is Resident Evil 4 on Stadia yet?
I hope not.
No.
Is Skyrim on Stadia?
That frame rate. Yeah, it has to be.
Is it? Okay, I was saying Skyrim's on like everything.
Skyrim would be like, hey, new console.
How do you guys feel about 7 being delayed? I kind of laughed because I was like, it got delayed to get delayed.
I honestly saw it coming.
I was like, there ain't... I kept seeing Shadow tweet out like every day, like, y'all know Final Fantasy 7 isn't going to come out in March, right? And I was like, this man's crazy. And I was like, oh, shoot, yo, he right?
It's like at this point, like I'm playing so many games, I don't even care about delays anymore.
Same, like no modern game is on my on my radar right now.
Yeah.
Now, if they had said that they were trying to delay Smash Bros. DLC, I'm gonna be like, like if they said Violet's coming out on Tuesday, and then all of a sudden Sakurai's like, can't put them out till February. Okay, bye, thanks, bye.
I don't know about that, Father Sakurai.
Where'd
Hello?
Riku go? Did Riku leave? No, Riku.
Wait, what happened?
How you feel about Final Fantasy 7 being delayed?
Honestly, okay. If it's not a Falcon game, I don't give a fuck if your game is getting delayed.
Oh,
So, I'm sitting here playing my backlog. I'm happy and fine. So anytime a game I'm looking forward to does get a delay, I'm not really tripping because I'm still, drilling away at my backlog. So, I'm not really tripping. Like I said, as long as it ain't a Falcon game, I'm really not going to be whining.
Honestly, as terrible as this sounds, and I know my coworkers will completely beat me alive for saying this, when they said Doom was delayed, I was thankful because it was coming out the same day as Pokemon. I was like, I can't play both of you, and Pokemon takes precedence over Doom. I'm sorry.
At first, when the first delay of the game happened, you're like, okay, great. One of the games away from a whole bunch of games we have in the first quarter of the year. And then basically all of them started to get delayed. They're like, bro, they're basically moving, out of one quarter of the year and into the next quarter of the year.
Let's take this quarter of the year and push it somewhere else.
Basically. Yeah, that's basically what happens. So.
Honestly, yeah, because we're like right at the cusp of new consoles that we're not probably they're probably going to be.
We don't even know anything about them yet. That's the worst part.
I feel like a lot of games will probably see delays, and then maybe they might take the approach that like Breath of the Wild did and Twilight Princess did, where they just release on the same hardware, but you have an enhanced and a dehanced version.
I wouldn't mind that.
Because that's kind of my prediction for Cyberpunk. If they've somehow been developing Cyberpunk for like the Series X and the PS5 for like a little bit now, then maybe. Because if you look at some of the gameplay, there's no way that they're playing that on like an Xbox or a PlayStation. The gameplay looks way too. It has to be a PC they're playing it on or next gen.
I feel like it's next gen.
Here's hoping. I think that's basically it for that topic. So now I'm gonna let Riku handle this next topic because Gundam versus Maxi Boost On is getting a PlayStation 4 port / localization. This game will have 183 mobile suits to choose from, bro. Everyone is here. All right, Riku, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, everyone is not here, right? That's first of all.
Mhm.
Second of all, I'm gonna need you to stop calling it Gundam versus Maxi Busan. The name is Extreme versus Maxi Busan. Okay.
Okay.
Or more
Excuse me.
Extreme versus Maxi Busan.
Some Gundam fan you are, Blake.
Just make sure you put the extreme in it. Okay. All right. Because we extreme. All right. Second of all, this is the game I was waiting to talk about this podcast. So basically, what I was saying earlier in regards to, people having an issue with PlayStation games coming to PC, regardless if it's, a month later or, 2 years later. So basically, when it comes to this franchise right here, what the arcades like to do is they will come out with a version of the game. The arcades holds exclusive rights to the that version to keep people coming into the arcades, populating it, pushing their quarters into the arcades and playing the game nonstop. because obviously if they put that game on consoles, nobody's gonna come into the arcades. They're just gonna chill at home and play the game, you know, as long as they want. You know, so they give the arcades exclusive, timed exclusive when it comes to these games. And then when the newer version of this game comes out, then the arcades will relinquish its exclusivity and then move that game to the consoles. They've been doing this since Gundam Extreme Versus on the PlayStation 3. You know, they did it with Extreme Versus, then it was Full Boost, then it was Maxi Boost, then Maxi Boost on, and now they're on. The arcades are now on Extreme Versus 2 because they've had Maxi Boost on since 2016, and they're finally bored of it. They said apparently a lot of people in the arcades, when they go to the arcades and they see the Maxi Boost on booths and they see the Extreme Versus 2 boost, everyone runs over to the Extreme Versus booth, you know. So they finally relinquished that and they're giving it to us. Finally, what's interesting about this though is that if any of you have ever watched the trailers for Maxi Boost on, if you look at the characters that are in the trailer, they are characters that they have you know, the characters that they're advertising in the trailer as new characters.
Yeah.
Those characters that they're advertising in the trailer, well, half of them, the new ones, are in Gundam Versus. Because when we got Gundam Versus, you know, the only reason we got Gundam Versus was because the arcades were not ready to relinquish their exclusivity with Maxi Boost on, so they created Gundam Versus to, you know, give the PlayStation 4 people something. Because in regards to the console, everybody was still playing Full Boost that released on the PlayStation 3 before this generation started. So they're like, we got to give the fucking console people something. So that's why they mustered up Gundam Versus and gave that to us. But when it came to giving us, you know, the mobile suits that everyone wanted, you know, obviously shit like Seed Destiny isn't there. 00 Season 2 isn't there. A lot of mobile suits were missing. But when it came to the DLC, which they gave us like 20 mobile suits, when it came to those DLCs, anytime, you know, during this time, Maxi Boost on was, you know, popping in the arcades over there. And anytime they got like a new mobile suit, they would also give us whatever new mobile suit they just got. They would also give the Gundam Versus people as DLC. So mobile suits like Full Armor Gundam, Phantom Gundam, Nightingale, all of those were new mobile suits for Maxi Boost on. But they also gave when they got it, they also gave it to us Gundam Versus players. So now, with us moving into Maxi Boost on, all of the characters that they took out, like I said, Season 2 of 00 or, you know, Seed Destiny, all of those obviously are going to be new to us. They took you know that whole thing with fighters, they take out certain things and bring it back. Hey, look, it's new, people. No, it's not. You took it out and fucking gave it back to us in the next installment. Don't try to fucking fuck us over like that. But they basically
totally new character, we swear.
Mm-hmm.
My ass.
Yeah, you had to remind me of that about fucking Shining. They took him out back in the PSP one. They finally brought him back. But yeah, they definitely are doing that this time around. So when we get Maxi Boost on, so you might as well just call it that. Don't worry about all the extra shit, to be honest. Just call it Maxi Boost on. But yeah, apparently we're getting that this year. That's great. I don't know when. Worldwide release. That's awesome. But when we do get it, the only reason I said all of the shit I said before, as far as, you know, we got Maxi Boost on new characters in Gundam Versus, is because technically, as far as we know, the only new characters that we are going to be getting in Maxi Boost on are the characters that they already took out. Because the new characters that came in Maxi Boost on, like I said, we already got those in Gundam Versus. So when it comes to DLC for Maxi Boost on, they're going to have to do the same thing they did with Gundam Versus. To which and where, like I said, when we had Gundam Versus and the arcades had their newer version of the game, we were still getting their mobile suits as well. So something tells me when Maxi Boost on comes out and you know, everyone fucking plays the game and they use all of the mobile suits and tear it apart and they're like, okay, where's the DLC? Even though you got 183 characters, people are still going to ask for DLC. Where's the DLC? Where's the DLC? They're going to have to pull from something. And where they're going to pull from? Whatever the fuck that arcade version that they're playing right now, which is Extreme Versus 2. that means that there's a high chance that our DLC is going to be Gundams like Barbados Lupus Rex, Try Burning, and Max. So that'll be good, especially since when it came to Gundam Versus, our first DLC mobile suit, it was pre-order. It was Barbados Lupus. So it would be cool if when we get it, I'm gonna call it right now. I'm saying that there's a 90% chance that when they start to tell us all the pre-order and crap that we're gonna get from Maxi Busan, I'm gonna say there's a 90% chance that we're going to get a pre-order DLC mobile suit, and it's going to be Barbados Lupus Rex. So we'll see. We'll see.
We shall see.
Wasn't Virtue as well DLC?
Yeah, Virtue. Yeah, Virtue was also DLC, and so was Hot Scramble. Hot Scramble was another one that was a Maxi Busan new character, but now he was DLC for us. But yeah, I'm putting my money on Barbados Lupus Rex is going to be our pre-order DLC. So if that shit happens, you gonna see me on Twitter. Hashtag Riku was right. Keep that hashtag going. But we shall see. I'm hyped for it. It definitely became one of my most hyped games for this year because other than that, the only games I was really looking forward to was Neo 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me getting my Switch and playing those Switch games.
Yep.
And
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom. And if there was a Falcon game of some type coming out, like Ys 9 or Cold Steel 4, but those aren't announced yet, you know. But yeah, that's basically it. What the fuck else was I looking for? I know there was at least one more thing. Last of Us 2, I guess. Yeah. But that was barely anything I was really looking forward to this year. I'm honestly just waiting for next gen so I could fucking go play some PS3 games like what fucking Sosuke's over there playing Tales of Grace's F and shit. That's what the fuck I want to be doing right now.
Good shit, man. Like I just did Asbel's second Mystic Art and it is
it's so nice.
Yeah.
Luna Requiem is that heat.
Yeah, I do think it is sad when you're looking forward to playing
older
old
games
more.
That is
heartburn. Shit.
Honestly, it's just because
exactly.
PS3, especially from my content creation standpoint, PS3 is like just annoying to capture footage for.
It really is. You can't do it with modern capture cards. You got to get like an old.
Yeah,
one.
you need to get like a splitter, and you got to. It's from that standpoint, that's what I'm most excited for is if they do backwards compatibility like that, because I can hook a PS2 into an Elgato. You can. There's workarounds for that. PS3s are difficult. PS2s are difficult, so I would love to be able to play like any of my PS3, because I've got a bunch of PS3 games I inherited from my brother. Like I've got like the entire. Oh, and the Nathan Drake collection's free this month on PSN, so I don't need that. But I got like the Jack and Daxter collection.
Ah, yes, the collection.
I got the Ratchet and what?
You definitely want to play the Jack and Daxter collection on PlayStation 3 over that Jack and Daxter collection on PlayStation 4. You know why, right?
I don't. Go on.
Because of the fact that when it came to the Jack and Daxter PS3 edition, they actually did a legit remaster for that game, you know. But when it came to for some reason, I don't know who the fuck was in charge or idea was when it came to making the PS4 version. All they did was basically an HD port of the direct PS2 version. They took the PS2 version and just ported it over and just put it in 4K, which that really didn't help because it wasn't really like cleaned up or optimized or anything. So if you go online right now, well, not online, if you go on YouTube and you type in PS3 Jack and Daxter collection versus PS4 Jack and Daxter, and they'll show you a side by side. Sadly, the PS3 version looks better than it. And like, how the fuck do you guys end up doing that, man?
That's the only one.
Why didn't you just take your PS3 version that you created, that you handcrafted and HD remastered, and move that over to the PS4? Why did you go all the way back to the PlayStation 3 version? I'm sorry, PlayStation 2 version, and port it over? Someone was not thinking correctly when it came.
Someone was doing high grades of crack.
Yeah. That's fucking stupid. But yeah, definitely play that PS3 version. That is the definitive way to play Jack and Daxter right now.
Well, all right, I'll keep that in mind.
Did they shut down the servers on PS3 like for online?
No,
No.
Oh, they didn't.
because I'm still able to get I was able to download all my stuff for Exilia 1 and 2, all the DLC.
They're probably and if this, like I said, if this rumor about PlayStation 3 being backwards compatible with PlayStation 4, I highly doubt anything is going to happen to those servers. now. If that's the
Yeah,
thing.
Bro,
especially
bro.
for the multiplayer games, because PS3.
Bro, if
gen
I
is
can play
lovely.
Warhawk on my PS5,
Oh my god! Don't even start with me.
Mm-mm-mm.
Don't
Starhawk
even
or
start with
Warhawk?
me.
bro, Warhawk.
Warhawk.
Right, if
Don't
I can
even
play
start with
Warhawk on my PS5, bro.
Oh my god! It's over.
Warhawk was that.
It was for $2.99 in the bargain bin. I picked it up. Me and my friend all of a sudden hooked for a weekend. Game was oddly
That game
satisfying.
was fun.
Unbalanced as all hell, but it was fun.
I don't know
Like,
about
who
that.
cared about balance? It was fun.
Put a jetpack on my back and I was a god.
Like, come on, man.
Riku was hitting him with that Sharaz. The bullet ship flies in front of him, shoots him with the headshot, takes the head right off.
Oh yeah, that was definitely me. They used to call me the god of Warhawk back in the day.
The God of
Ooh,
War.
okay.
I'm serious, man.
Riku-san won, the Warhawk won.
There were times where I would because that game was 16v16.
Yep.
There were certain times where I was so good if I had a jetpack on my back that I could play a capture the flag match, 1 versus 16 and still win.
Okay.
Yo, Riku like Itachi
That's
during
a
the
big
during
word.
the village cleanse when all the Uchihas are running Itachi and he's just sitting here just like, hey, and knocking
Yeah.
them down one after another.
Y'all really don't know. I was ridiculous in that game. I would love to play that.
Honestly, the
That's
Warhawk
what I've been
engine,
asking.
when I first played, I think it's Gundam Battle Assault or Battle Operation, the one that's free to play on PS4.
Yeah, battle operations.
Yeah, when I first
Yeah,
played that,
Battle
like the moving around combat, I was like, I've played Warhawk. This feels familiar. The engine feels a little similar. Going back to Gundam Versus, real quick. I know
Yes.
in the PS4 game there was a lot of the anime BGM. So for the new games coming out, are we going to get even more anime BGM? Because I would love to have all of the music from season 2 of 00.
So yeah, when it comes to the anime background music, you definitely will have that in the game, and you can go into the settings, and with the music that they have there,
Oh shit, my phone
Assign-
is dying.
assign what song plays to what mobile suit you choose when you start up a match. Now, like we were talking about in the group chat, as far as I know, there's a high chance that unfortunately, unlike the PlayStation 3 version of these games, Extreme versus Full Boost, you won't be able to
Custom BGM.
take your custom BGMs and put them in the game and then assign those to specific mobile systems, because that's what you could do in the PS3 version. You would take one of the songs that you didn't like, you can replace it with a song that you have on your flash drive, and they would take that MP3. As far as I know, they would take that MP3, and as long as you had it on your PlayStation 3's hard drive, it would it would pull from there, and it would replace that song. But I don't know if they're gonna do that this time around, because like we know, you can't technically put music directly on your PlayStation.
Actually,
or
young
without.
Riku-san, not to cut you off. However,
Yeah.
the last SD Gundam G Generation Crossways has custom BGM, as well as all the SRW games on PS4 also have custom BGM. The way it works is, I think you have I think it's like you have a 2 GB limit, and you can copy them from your USB stick into the actual game's files itself, and it does it like that. So those games all had
I
custom
loved
BGM.
every second of it.
With
I loved every
that-
second of it while I played
with-
X.
with you saying that, they're definitely, I would say your chances of that being the case probably jumped up to about 40%.
Ooh,
Honestly, it
Now
wasn't
it's my
SD
favorite.
Gundam, so I can't see them doing it for Gundam.
I wouldn't say I would say if it was up to Bandai Namco, it probably would be a thing. That's why you get all the way up to 40%. The only reason is I would still say it's less than half is because the game is developed from VTSG. They're the ones that developed the Gundam versus Gundam games. So I don't know if they're
Next
gonna do
Plus.
it. Yeah, I don't know if they're
Linkin
gonna
Park
do it.
song
The
back in
thing
the
thing is they've done it in the past. So if they've done it in the past,
Ooh,
they've done it on the PS3 version. So maybe they will. But like I said, they didn't do that for Gundam Versus. So who knows what they'll do for Maxi Boost. Maxi Boost is a lot more customizable when it comes to a lot of things like your HUD and shit. So hopefully they keep that energy when it comes to putting in music. Because I would love that too,
Ooh.
bro. I was there in the fucking PS3 version of Extreme versus Full Boost. I was putting all types of Gundam songs that they didn't have in there inside there.
So, breaking news, apparently Street Fighter V Championship Edition is coming to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh yeah, I seen. I think Blake posted.
You want to know? You want to know who leaked it? The people at the home office of EB Games.
That's hilarious.
all
We
the
don't have
way up
EB
in
games out here,
Canada.
but there's only one place that does.
Listen, is it actually confirmed now though, or are you just referring to the EB Games tweet?
I think it is confirmed because like I'm seeing other things. It's mostly like the EB Games one, but like a lot of other people are talking about it. Mostly ones like who, know Street Fighter V, and they're just like,
Oh boy! Oh boy! Street Fighter V netcode with Nintendo Switch Online, and that's
I just saw that.
That's a
I just saw that. I was just like, oh no. Like, funny thing about netcode is that Garou Mark of the Wolves, the Fatal Fury game that introduced Rock Howard, has rollback netcode. Like, it just got patched in free, like yesterday. A game that came out on PS2, now on PS4, has rollback netcode, and Street Fighter V can't get that?
You're right. Let me go back to the topics real quick. Yeah, so Gundam vs. that's coming out. Honestly, if there isn't custom BGM, but we still have like a vast majority of the anime music in the game, like I didn't feel like we needed custom BGM in Gundam vs. on PS4. Custom BGM is always a nice touch, but I always, for games like Gundam vs. where they're more so fighting games, I don't think it's super necessary. Whereas games like SRW, where like syncing up music with animation is key, I think that it's a bigger pull. But if we get it, great. If we don't, I just hope that they don't cut like the music, because like having like Just Communication and Rhythm of Motion and like Daybreak Spell, all that good stuff in the PS4 game.
Man, you know what we're trying to hear? That white reflection.
Do. Honestly,
Starts
unpopular.
up
Here's the thing, though. They had that in the previous. They had that in Full Boost. So with Wing Zero Custom coming back, there's a high chance that song will come back with it.
Honestly,
again, we run in a squad of three Gundam Wings to that song.
I hope they bring the stage back too. They had the fucking stage of the city. No, it was the town and it was snowy. Man, that stage was awesome. They need to bring that shit back.
Ooh, yes.
That stage was
All right, they're also
awesome.
bringing Gundam X back. Oh, the Gundam X OST though.
Oh yeah, that was in there too.
I haven't gotten to watch Gundam X yet. I need
Oh,
to
so
You would
good.
love
So good.
Gundam
Gundam
X.
X is so good.
They have a new
But,
type
like,
dolphin, my guy.
They have a new type dolphin.
I liked Garad, like, from what I got to use of him and, like, his character exposure to me in SRWZ2, I liked Garad. I was like, he's cool. And he's
Yeah,
also a
Garad is
really
good.
great fucking...
Tifa's
he's also a great
must
fucking
protect.
unit.
Mm-hmm.
Tifa's
Yes.
must protect. But
She's a girl.
just
I can't read a lick of moon runes, but I know for a fact you must protect her.
Just wait. Riku's gonna know what I'm talking about. But just wait till you see Tifa and the dolphins. Just wait.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
That sounds like some opening of Seed type shit.
Let's just say Garrett sees some stuff he can't unsee.
Oh god, that sounds like Naruto seeing Hinata.
Also,
That kick at the waterfall was great, Hinata. Huh? You saw what?
unpopular opinion, but I personally prefer Last Impression to White Reflection.
I like both of them, so I definitely can't choose.
All three of them are 2 mixed songs, so to me that's just it was
Which
good.
one?
The
There's
second opening of the Wing anime.
Oh,
Rhythm of Motion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Street Fighter V was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and now it's gonna be on Switch. Oh! And that's probably gonna have cross. Sony fanboys
Wait,
don't
I could play Street Fighter with a GameCube controller now.
Ew.
Hold on, I might have to go make a pre-order real quick. Also, it says pre-order in store. First thing I'm doing when I get into work tomorrow is checking that pre-order screen.
Like gonna be like, hey G Shadow, want to play some Street Fighter V?
No.
Like-
He's gonna be like, you like Guile? I'm gonna be like, nope, cancel my pre-order. Done. Pre-order.
No. You see, like you'll have a GameCube controller, you'll have the advantage. All that Terry and Ken you've been playing.
Hey, my Ryu got buffed, so I'm cool.
All right. Let us move forward. We only got a few topics left. But the Sony press conference happening on the 5th of February. People are speculating PlayStation 5 news. I'm hoping PlayStation 5 news personally, because Sony said no E3 for them this year again, which is wild. And I feel like E3 is where Xbox is going to have their big blowout. So Sony at this point, it's up to them, and I don't think they do it in a state of play. So I think the chances of a PS5 news, at least like maybe even a model or a mock-up, because they showed what the Series X looks like and what the controller looks like. I can see them doing that on the 5th of February, but. Sosuke, what do you feel about this?
Me? I feel like Sony's dumb for not going to E3 again, but you know, you gotta compete with Sony. You gotta compete with Xbox and Nintendo, and Bethesda. Who the fuck gives? Who gives a fuck about them? You just. I feel like they shouldn't do that, and if they are, at least give us a concrete idea of when you're going to be showing up, instead of just saying, oh, we're not going to E3, but you'll see information from us. What does it mean? Like, let us see what you're talking about. Let us get an idea of like what you're doing. Because you're always saying, oh, we're going to show it off. When we all thought we were getting PlayStation 5 information a couple of weeks ago, we got a logo and what the console, and they just talked about what the console would do, and that was it. If they don't show off the PlayStation 5 by, I want to say, June, I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing it until like a month before release. And that's just me.
Listen, I need them to do like some sort of blowout so that we can pre-order it, so I can put $10 on it every paycheck for the next like 5 months.
Seriously.
If this price point is meaty, I can't have that all in one sitting.
Same, like, no. I don't have the time to be doing that.
Riku-san, how do you feel about that PS5 news? If we're getting
Riku-san, the PlayStation 1.
So yeah, like I am definitely hyped for the PlayStation 5. I am so ready to turn this PlayStation 4 and chuck this bitch out the window.
Shit, you and me both.
Yeah, is in regards to PlayStation not coming to E3, I don't necessarily think it's stupid or a dumb decision not to. From a business standpoint, we understand, or I would assume that you would understand why they feel they don't need to go to E3.
Yeah.
One is because they, at this time, factually, they have majority of the gamers in their in their pocket. They have them with the PlayStation.
Gamers rise up.
Yeah. And then secondly, it's like you saw how the internet exploded when it came to a fucking logo. They didn't have to do a goddamn thing but show a fucking logo, which a blind, retarded, crippled Ray Charles can fucking do. and he did. And the whole internet made it the biggest
fucking thing since sliced bread.
The biggest liked image in all of Instagram history or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, the point is they know that at this juncture they don't have to do shit, right? So, I think second, the first full year that the PlayStation 5 is out, we might see them come back at E3. But I think as of right now, they feel that doing E3, apparently that costs millions and millions of dollars. The amount of money that they spend doing and preparing for an E3, they could. I'm not saying that they will. I'm just saying what they could be using that money for, because we know what the fuck they're going to use that money for. They're just going to put it in their pocket as profit. But what they should use that money for is obviously to a good exclusive game. They're just going to put it in their money. Oh, we got profit, people. Just like PlayStation Plus, we don't have to do shit. They're just money in their pocket. But, it is what it is, sadly, and it sucks for us, because even. For them it's good. Yeah, they save money and all this shit. But for us, it's like, I don't know how long you guys have been following E3, but for some people that is their gaming Christmas. You know, they had something to look forward to every year when it came to announcements. They were hyped back in the G4 days, and you turn on G4 and you just sit there. And man,
Lord.
you had
Oh,
at least
man.
like 3 days of just goodness, of just video games. It
Yeah.
was basically a celebration of goodness. It was a tradition, and those days are over now. You don't really have that to really look forward to unless, you know, I mean, the new thing to look forward to now in this day and age is if you're a Nintendo fan, you look forward to Nintendo Directs. If you're an Xbox guy, you're crying in the corner. And if you're, you're fucking
But
getting disappointed by a PlayStation, fucking what is their thing called? State of
State of
Plays.
Play.
You're fucking vomiting
But
in your mouth about
Riku,
State of Plays.
Xbox has inside the box.
Ew.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, they're inside a box crying in the corner.
Oh no.
Yo, there's no reason for that.
These state of plays for next generation better be fucking fire. There's no reason for them not to be. Like, I could understand at the end of this generation, you really have shit left, except for like The Last of Us, which keeps on getting pushed back, and Ghost of Tsushima, which we don't even know what the fuck is going on with that game. There's a high chance it's going to be on PlayStation 5 anyway. The point is, Sony ain't got shit, you know, until next generation. And when that next generation start, man, these state of plays better be fucking.
They better be fire. I better be as excited as I am for a Nintendo Direct for a State of Play.
Yeah, like we shall see. But yeah, as far as like from a gaming standpoint now, those are really the only things we have to look forward to. Like, it's sad that now, to be honest, people look forward to the Game Awards. Ugh.
This is true.
People looking forward, man. The Game Awards? Yeah, I understand the premieres and whatnot, but and you know, last Game Award wasn't that bad, but basically every video game awards before that was, you know, I'm going to vomit in my mouth and then swallow the vomit.
Oh.
Oh no.
You don't gotta tell us about your Vita ceremonies. Damn. Oh.
So it's just like this is what we have to look forward to in regards to like video game conferences and shit. No one really checks for. Like a month ago, people were hyped for CES. What are they going to show at CES?
What is
You don't go to CES.
man?
True.
Is it like it's a computer? It's basically a computer conference.
It's an electronics show.
Yeah, I can't remember what it stands for. Computer electronic show or something.
Yeah,
some shit like that. But you know, there was like 1 or 2 times where Sony was there and they actually showed something, like once, and then people are hyped for it. But it's just like, this is what people are thirsty for when it comes to these conferences. So yeah, E3 was always that one thing we had to look forward to, and now like, it's. I don't want to say Nintendo started it, but they low-key kind of did. Let's be honest. If Nintendo was still going to E3, because we know Sony's been doing this since their fucking existence, they see Nintendo do something and it's vaguely or is successful, and they're like, let's do it too.
Coin,
you know? They've been doing it since their existence. They are the ones that was working with Nintendo about to make the Nintendo PlayStation before Nintendo tossed them to the side and they got salty and made their own fucking console and became their biggest competition. That's besides the point. The point is, PlayStation has always been looking inside the doorway. What's Nintendo doing now?
There was actually
the Nintendo Wii, huh? We got a PlayStation Move now. Like, all right, we get it. Sony.
a long time ago. What happened was, it was a Star Fox 64 commercial. I remember watching it on YouTube. Basically, the premise of it was they kidnapped a playtester. Like, Sony kidnapped a playtester, and like they were like, "Oh, it's got Rumble features," and Sony was like, Rumble. And then the PlayStation 1 new controller gets Rumble. DualShock has Rumble features, and I'm just like, are you serious? It started here, and that's when Sony started, like, you know, eyeing Nintendo. Like, what are they doing? Can we do that too?
Yeah. So yeah, I would. If to be honest, if you, like I said, I don't want to point fingers at Nintendo, but let's be real. If Nintendo was still doing E3, PlayStation would still be doing E3 also. The only reason PlayStation even had the audacity to think in their head, well, we don't need E3 anymore, it's because Nintendo did it first.
Yeah, like Nintendo doesn't properly do an E3 stage. They do directs, and then they're just like, you know what I mean.
No, I mean, but they used to do, you know, traditional conferences like everyone else. But then they migrated to that, and then they're just like, we're not showing up anymore. We really don't see the point. That thought would have never crossed Sony's mind ever. if
Or
Nintendo never did this shit first. Because
Sony thinks they have it like Nintendo.
I mean, technically, this generation, in regards to how much revenue they have made, I understand why they think this way. But like I said, even with them thinking this way, if Nintendo was still never did what they did, they would have still showed up at E3 and said, "We're at E3 because it's tradition, everyone, tradition." You know,
Especially when you see how hyped their directs be getting. Everybody on Twitter talks about it as soon as it's announced. That's what they want their little.
Sony was
Their state of
driving
play.
Sony was having David Jaffe drive out in a fucking sweet tooth truck for Christ's sake in some of these conferences. Like,
Yo,
come
they didn't
on.
give a fuck.
Real talk. Even if they don't come to E3, I kind of enjoyed their PlayStation experience. I don't know why they stopped that.
They definitely shouldn't have stopped that. If there's anything that needs to make a return, it's the PlayStation experiences. I would like those to return more than
Yes.
E3, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they air PlayStation? Like, why don't they do like mini versions of PlayStation Experience at freaking E3? Do that.
They could do it before or after. I mean, the point, like I said, apparently right now is the main reason they stopped doing E3 is because they save not a couple $1,000s. They save millions of dollars not doing E3, but they do. It is a far cheaper for them to hold a PlayStation experience than doing an E3. So we just get PlayStation experiences from now on. I'm definitely satisfied with that.
Another thing, Sony, y'all got to step it up with y'all little Sony directs because I swear y'all get shorter every time y'all put one out.
State of play?
Compared to a
Bro,
direct.
there was the last one like 15 minutes, and I was like, what kind of presentation?
Yeah.
I
What
believe
was it
so.
before? What was the very first one?
The first one was
I swear
like,
it was under 10 minutes.
yeah, now that you mention it, yeah. It felt really short, but they did have one that was like 35 minutes ish, give or take. But it was a lot of filler indie VR stuff that no one cared about at all.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, that's my take. I am hyped for the PlayStation 5, and that's only because I'm ready to play some PlayStation 3 games. I have no fucking clue.
If the rumors are true, and I hope they are.
If the rumors are true, like, man, I would hate if we are living in the worst timeline if that rumor is not true. I'm saying it right now.
Seriously.
Not even for PS4 backwards compatibility, but at least
that's definitely
PS3.
confirmed. Yeah, they definitely confirmed PlayStation 4.
Okay.
They said they wanted PS4 backwards compatibility immediately so that they wouldn't have to do a new VR.
Oh, okay. Plus, I did remember reading an article saying they want to make every incentive to get people to move from PS4 as they can.
Yeah. They said they're trying to, because apparently every generation prior to this, that was always the main reason why people wouldn't really move over from one generation to the next, was because especially with consoles like the PlayStation 3 to 4, where you can't, all of the games that you bought on PlayStation 3, whether you played it or not, you can't play them on your PlayStation 4. So a lot of people would sit on their I had a decent amount of people that did not get a PlayStation 4 because they were too busy playing all their PlayStation 3 games. They're probably halfway through the generation's backlog, and they recently got a PlayStation 4 like last year or the year before last type shit. So if you're one of those people that just got a PlayStation 4 and then the PlayStation 5 comes on, like, I don't need to get a PlayStation 5. I got all these PlayStation 4 games,
And then the PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible.
Exactly. When the PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible, if they, let's say they didn't necessarily finish all of their PlayStation 3 games, there's probably like 1 or 2 or 3 games they didn't play. They're ready to move over to PlayStation 4. If they got a PlayStation 5, they could work on all of those consoles backlogs, including the PlayStation 5. So it's just it's even more of an incentive. So you would assume that they're mustering up something to make sure that is the case. Because I've heard many. I don't think I've heard one person not say. I don't think I've heard one person say that they won't pick up a PlayStation 5 if it did have backwards compatibility from 1 all the way to 4. I think every single person I've talked to said, "Yeah, I'm getting it day one if it has that." So.
I mean, honestly, like I said, I could just trade my PS4. There ain't no reason to hold on my PS4 if it's backwards compatible out the gate. Like, why would I hold on to my PS4?
Exactly.
It's really
To be
no
honest,
point.
it's a smart business
Like,
decision.
what's the point?
try to get that, because they have a huge attachment rate to the PS4, and if they can get a majority of that right out the gate,
That's kind of like a little
smooth
bump up.
sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Souls. I think. Have you voiced all your opinions about the PS5 so far?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much the same thing Riku said. It's kind of a shame that they're not going to be showing up at the E3 because, like you said, yeah, I kind of do blame Nintendo, but at the same time, that's just another message being sent to everybody else at E3 that it may end up making them not want to show up. So then E3, in I want to say 3 or 4 years, isn't going to be a thing anymore.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
remember I was
falls to the
talking to a
wayside.
friend. Yeah,
As
I
sad
was
as
talking-
that
falls
is,
to the
it's
wayside.
it's
He was
probably the
saying that.
truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my friend was saying next generation is probably definitely going to be the last generation. E3 is going to be a thing.
Yep.
Going to die out next generation.
Everybody.
Because if every company just do their own presentations, which is honestly a shame because, like Rico was saying, E3 is like video game Christmas.
Yeah.
Just the last
then,
2 years in a row have been kind of
stops
lackluster for both Sony and Microsoft. Well, no, Microsoft has been bringing some pretty like Phantasy Star. They brought Dragon Ball Fighters one year. They brought a car one year. Ain't no one gonna forget that. Microsoft, I think, is still pretty healthy when it comes to that. And Nintendo, even though they don't have their live presentations, their directs are always hype. Despite the fact a lot of people will say they only showed like half of their direct was Smash Bros. Ultimate, and that's kind of a problem. And I was like, if you think it's a problem, why are you a fucking Nintendo fan?
Exactly.
And then there was that one year that Sony's last year that they did E3 at when they were like, yeah, here's The Last of Us in a tent. This is Ellie. She's lesbian, by the way. She's gonna make out with a chick now for 20 minutes. And then they pause the direct halfway through, and they're like, okay, everyone get up and move to the E3 show 4. And they're like, what? People were upset.
Sony was kind of salty about that. Yeah, guys didn't like it. Well, guess what? We're not coming back.
Shoot, next year we're taking y'all on a hike.
No!
Oh, y'all fucking fat gamers don't want no exercise. So now we're on to our last two topics. So we haven't gotten any Assassin's Creed news in a long time, and it's been like 16 months since they released one.
They have?
Yeah, Odyssey came out October of 2018. We didn't get a single Assassin's
Holy
Creed game
shit.
in 19. Yeah, Odyssey apparently was really, really good though as well.
Oh, Odyssey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have that. I'm meaning to play it, but I heard it's super long.
Apparently, it's a really good Assassin's Creed game. Odyssey and Origins are really good. Apparently, Syndicate's terrible. And there's a few of the other ones there, like Rebels and Rogue and 3. Apparently, it's very good. But
Syndicate, I heard it was good. That's one with the twins, right? Where it's like a brother and a sister.
I think they have something like that in Odyssey. But no, which is the one I'm thinking of that has the three? The one that has the three characters you play as was really bad.
Not Rogue.
I could have sworn it
Unity?
was saying Unity. Maybe it was Unity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one was trash.
Yeah, I heard Unity was bad. So we haven't had an Assassin's Creed game in a long time. I have a feeling they might do an Assassin's Creed game for the launch title for the next gen. But do you guys think we're gonna get a new Assassin's Creed game anytime soon?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I did hear
Not really.
the new one was going to be called something like Overlord or something like.
There's
What?
rumors that the next one's gonna involve Vikings.
I forgot the name of it.
It was
I
something
actually
Norse.
do enjoy a few of the Assassin's Creed games. Not all of them, but they're hit or miss.
Hit or miss, I guess.
No, and no.
Got me
That is a
thinking.
dead meme.
Shit.
Well, okay. If we don't have anything else to say more about Assassin's Creed, then we'll move on
Ragnarok.
to Ragnarok. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about. Is that
Yeah.
confirmed?
No.
It's not confirmed, but it's been rumored.
No, got it. Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. New
It'll be
leaks
based in
and
Europe.
potential info. My favorite videos that I'm going to leave alone. Yeah, so I think that could be pretty cool. Honestly, we haven't had an Assassin's Creed game in a bit, which is interesting because it went from a yearly series to us not seeing it. So I think they're definitely taking whatever time they need to make another one.
Even though I don't really care about if this name is set with Vikings. I don't care about because I don't care about the Vikings.
Whoa. Well, you only watched
Vikings are
what
alright.
was that anime? Vinland Saga, the Riku's been talking about. You don't like Vikings?
Oh no. Okay, maybe that'll get me hype. I haven't watched it yet, but
Exactly. Vinland Saga is nothing but hype, souls, I'll have you know.
Have you even watched it yet?
So on to our next topic. Temtem is out and a boat, as the Canadians say, out and a boat. Temtem is out, and it's been a bit of a ride because day one MMO, super tank. People were DOSing the servers. It was wild. I think now the game's basically flawless. My big gripe with the game is that they were going on like the R Reddit or the R Pokemon Reddit pages and basically saying like if you're their whole marketing ploy was dissatisfied with like Pokemon Sword and Shield, come play our game, which in hindsight is a fantastic move, but that is shitty.
Yeah.
Because they're taking on the Pokemon community while they're in a vulnerable state. It's like okay, so I need to limit what I'm about to say. So there's this girl that I've been kind of talking to. She's newly divorced. She's not in a good place. So here I am, I'm being that arm that she needs right now. So that's basically what Temtem is doing to the Pokemon community. And
That was your analogy.
I'm telling you, bro, people are really upset with Sword and Shield, and Temtem delivers a lot on what Sword and Shield did in terms of like your Temtems follow you, the animations are super crispy and over the top, the graphics look great, it's an MMO so you can play multiplayer through the entire game with your friends, stuff like that. And Pokemon's kind of like, that's nice, expansion pass. So
It sounds pretty good.
I was hoping Bao was going to be around so we could talk about it, but Bao fell asleep. So Bao messaged me 10 minutes ago. He was like, "Yo, y'all still doing it?" And I was like, "I'm not even going to talk to you anymore, bro."
Bro.
Yeah, because I haven't played it except for I only played for like literally 10 minutes, and I got kicked out, and I never went back.
Fun fact: for
it,
those who haven't seen it, go look up Bowser Carriga's video on Temtem right now because he explains to you why it is right. That's kind of what got me to kind of look more into it. I'm probably gonna pick it up sometime.
Same.
Because if I don't have anything to play after Kakarot and Remind, like if I don't have anything actually to play, I'll probably go to that. But at the same time, I did buy Shadow of War on the Steam sale, on the winter sale, and I need to play it because I adored Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor.
I kind of want to get Crossrays, so I'm probably going to get that next.
Oh, Crossrays sold! I'm telling you, they got 8 different Jinx forms.
Oh,
bro, they got like the Jinx. They got like the Jinx 2. They got the Jinx 2 Electric Boogaloo. They got the Jinx like XE, bro. Like they got this one Jinx with like a really big sword lance, and it's like I don't understand where half these Jinx come from. I think they're from WoV.
I'm gonna have a ship with
Soul's
all
about
the
here.
Jinxes.
Yeah, Soul's about to do a full Jinx playthrough. About to do. It's your boy Souls, and we about to expose you to that Jinx greatness.
I think it was stage like 7 of Crossrays where you only fought Jinx, and like the secrets you unlocked would be other Jinx. It was everywhere.
That's hilarious.
And there was like it's like how in that one stage that Bao played where it was all Leos, and that stage there was like 80 Jinx, and I was like, why is there so many Jinx? Oh man. Yeah, Riku, you gonna play Temtem?
I've never even looked up anything about Temtem. So
Well, if I can link you to real Bowser Carriga's video, it'll change your mind.
But again,
I'm gonna watch this video to see what's
I said,
going on.
I can't recall if you're a Pokemon guy or not.
I used to be extremely heavy into Pokemon, up to Diamond and Pearl, to the point where I could close my eyes and hear a Pokemon cry and know what it was.
Oh, bro, I can still do that. Oh,
Huh?
bro, me and my siblings on weekends used to just like go online, listen to the Pokemon cries, and be like, "What Pokemon cry was that?" And what's absolutely the most asshole move is to do Charizard and Rhydon from Gen 1 because they have the same cry.
I know, right?
And my brother would always do that. I'd be like, "It's Charizard," and he'd be like, "No, it's Rhydon." And he'd do it again. I'd be like, "Is it Rhydon?" I'd be like, "No, it's Charizard." I'm like, you are full of shit."
I'm just looking at your brother like I don't like you.
I think Zapdos and Exeggutor as well had like the same. There was a lot of reused cries in the game.
The curse of being Gen 1.
Flat for that now.
But yeah, I used to be heavy into that. I remember I had a friend, me and him had a little fucking Pokemon cry competition where they would hold the Game Boy. We would close our eyes. They would hold the Game Boy. They would pull out the Pokedex on the Game Boy and play a fucking cry. We would go up to 10 and stuff. That's the type of crazy shit we used to do after we got bored with the Pokemon games. But
honestly, it's a pretty fun thing to do.
yeah,
Yo,
so yeah, I used
should
to be heavy into it. I fell off.
we should get a Discord sound bot and then just have like it played from Pokemon cries and then be like it's like Uno. You have to like say it first.
If it's from, because I think at this point the only ones I would remember is Gen 1 and probably Gen 2. Gen 3 is when I start to get a little hazy. I would only remember my favorites. But yeah, 1 I probably would still be good. 2, that's where it starts to get a little iffy. 3 is like oof. Yeah.
I think I'm good till like Gen 4 or 5. Once X and Y and like the modern games came about, the cries weren't as pronounced.
Yeah.
Like I remember Chimchar's cry like nobody's business, because Chimchar was that monkey.
One cry I remember, and it's only because of a joke my friend made. It was the cry of, I believe, Electivire. And my friend said it sounds like the Life Alert sound needs to go on a diet.
What is your favorite Pokemon cry, by the way, Blake? You would say your top 2.
Let's hear from West City 4K himself.
Wait. You're asking me what my favorite cry is?
Yeah, your top 2 favorite cries.
The one with the feet.
Was that Swablu? Altaria?
This entire YouTube account is just dedicated to Pokemon cries. Hold up. No,
Hold up.
No,
Legendary?
that's Wiz Khalifa. Hold up.
Wow. I think mine would be Lugia and Suicune.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know,
Elegant.
I did like Palkia's. Palkia was powerful.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I used to be heavy into Pokemon, man. But Temtem, all of the other like games that are similar to Pokemon, so like Digimon,
Oh my god.
Yokai Watch?
Suicune's cry is so nostalgic.
Yokai Watch, what's that one fucking PS3 game? Nino Kuni.
Oh, Ni no Kuni. Yep.
I wanted to try Nino Kuni and whatnot, but the whole monster collecting thing, I really only got into Pokemon when it came to that, so never really like explored out of it. I kind of just went into other JRPGs.
You ever
Understandable.
Digimon though? How about that Digimon life?
I definitely want to get into Digimon. I heard they're actually making a remake of the first Digimon. A remake anime. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the anime, yeah.
Yeah. So I was because I was gonna start from the beginning of the anime and just like drill through it and then play Cyber Sleuth on my Vita. But
When you
now they're making a remake.
when you get to season 3, things change. It's like season, because each season of Digimon is a totally different new setting, new Digimon, new characters. But season 3 is one of the highest. Personally, a lot of people don't like Frontier, which is season 4. I love Frontier.
I love
so don't listen to
Frontier.
It's
Don't listen
a
to them
brand
naysayers.
new world we live in.
I'm gonna pretend you
Okay,
didn't
cool
say
cry.
that. Blake.
It's a whole new place to see. Can't
Oh,
remember.
and Digimon
can't
talk, they
remember
don't
that.
cry.
It's a brand new world with a brand new attitude, but you still gotta catch 'em all.
Be
Anyway,
the best that
you can't be do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Pokemon had some really good intros.
The earlier
Huge
ones, I
intro,
can't say
too.
the same for the newer.
Catch 'em all. I think you mean like catch some of them.
The new ones try to be like JoJo levels of anime, and I'm like, y'all are trying too hard. Like, this is not fitting for
They
Pokemon.
try to be like those nowadays, like just that cheap Yu-Gi-Oh opening. Like, it's not that good.
Listen, just go back to a simpler time when the Shaman King opening was the greatest opening in the world.
Oh man,
Look beyond.
You can make an unbreakable bond.
Anyway, before we get entirely shut down for copyright, we're gonna go ahead and do our outros and get up out of here. Because I looked these guys in the eyes and I was like, "There's only 4 of us today. It's probably gonna be a shorter episode." We are 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours into it. What did I tell you? Rico's like, "You might have to cancel the show," and I was like, "Bro, we are gonna be here for a long time." Let's start with the outro, starting with our boy Sosuke the Brosuke.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Arisu and on YouTube as Sosuke the Bro. Don't worry about Twitch at the moment. I kind of can't do that because of reasons. But I still have videos up on YouTube, and I'm abusing the fact that I have a special connection to upload videos. So I might get back to uploading soon. You might see that in the future. Anyways, hope to see you guys there, and have yourselves a damn good one.
Riku-san won.
The only one, and thanks for having me on. Good to talk to you guys about some Gundam. 'Cause I'd like to tell people about the Gundam versus Gundam games and how it's all going to turn out. Like I said, we gonna see if Lupus Rex is going to be.
Yeah, actually, hold that. Don't mean to cut you off. One thing I forgot to mention is we've been seeing a lot of Gundam games going to PC. Do we think this one's going to get a PC port?
Yeah, man.
I would hope so. But
PC crossplay?
that would be
I'm
even
with
more
Because SD Gundam and Gundam Breaker both came to PC.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though. I don't want to compare the two, even though they're in the same franchise. They're different developers. VTSG.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is true.
They're always like that out. They're not really outcasts, but they're always really doing their own thing when it comes to certain things. So, like a lot of stuff that you would assume that a company or a Gundam game would do, they probably won't do it. Man, I was talking to some of the fucking Gundam Extreme Versus fanboys in a Discord I just joined, and man, are they closed-minded. It's ridiculous. They if it's not 2v2, they don't want it. It's ridiculous. But yeah,
I'm trying to have that full 6-man brawl and
I'm trying to have
Gundam
88.
versus.
I want to have a
Nah, man, I'm trying to have
on
a
big
full
ass,
6-man free for all.
yeah, big ass battlefield. That's a real accurate actual Gundam game. But
Yeah,
point is,
man.
I would love a PC. I would love a PC port. A lot of if all of these games come into PC, I think Gundam that franchise is one that needs to expand out of just PlayStation and arcade. They need to come to if they can get it running on a Switch, come to Switch. If it can come to Xbox and PC, bring it to those two. Bring it to all of them. To be honest,
I'm with it.
All right, Souls.
For coming through. It was fun talking with you, gents. Definitely looking forward to the when we do this again. And like button. Thanks. Bye.
And you already know where y'all at is your boy Westtown HD. A big shout out to everyone for coming out and listening. We should be doing this again in 2 weeks' time, and that'll probably be the last episode for a good little bit because, like I said, we talked about jaw surgery earlier. I will not be able to do a whole lot of talking during that time. We've taken a much-needed break, but we'll come back and probably have another episode, and then we'll get that train back on. Big shout out to everyone that came out yet again, and we will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.
peace.
Deuces.